All right, now we're live. Hello,
Okay.
everybody. Welcome to Sweetcast. We got Nacho here. It's
Hi.
been, what has it been? Almost two
Hello,
years since we
everyone.
streamed last?
I don't know. I think that was for the second campaign for the book two.
Or was it two? Then it's been a
Yeah,
long time, like a
between
long
two and
time.
three.
Yeah,
Yes, it's been a long.
very
I hope
long
my
time.
English is better this time.
Hey, you sound good. Yeah, so far so good. I didn't think you
And
were that bad last time though either. Like I thought
oh,
you would,
I was really nervous to be
yeah.
honest. I think I've improved. I don't practice too much, so
Uh,
this is a good opportunity for me
yeah.
to
So
practice.
yeah, everybody in the chat, if you want to quiz Nacho on some English words, then let us know. We'll practice. Don't quiz me on English words. They always tease me because it's
Ca-
like regional, but I pronounce things differently sometimes
Yeah,
than they do in
I
other
heard.
parts of the country.
How is your Spanish?
It's not good. My kids are learning Spanish.
Yeah, you
They're in
have
a
Spanish in school there?
yeah, they're in
Okay.
it's called a dual immersion program. So they spend half the day only in Spanish and half the day in English.
Oh,
So
that's good.
yeah, they're always saying I don't know what they're
You,
saying, but
well, you can learn with them.
yeah, they got to teach me. I started to learn a little bit, but it that's one of those things if you don't practice, it's really hard to
Yeah,
stick with it. So yeah, so this will be
yeah, I
good.
understand. Now I speak Portuguese too. I was
Really,
learning. I'm living in Brazil
that's
for the
right.
past 2 years, so uh, I have to learn. I don't
Yeah.
have don't have any option.
Are
So
are you in Brazil right now? Then
yeah, yeah.
okay, cool. So yeah, let me say hi to the chat, everyone here real quick, and then I actually have a lot of questions for you. I thought up. So Snuggy Ginger's Harry says, "Let's go." What's up, chat? Elbow, elbow, cough, cough. Squeeze pickles. Hello, great to see you. Good to see you. We have Shadow the Hedgehog 2000. Good evening. Let's see. We have Christina Lynn, editor extraordinaire, saying hi. Christina, I'm not quite ready for you, but I'll have we gotta have you edit this one too, Downcast 4. So we'll be in touch. Good stuff. And then let me present the campaign here just so that we're ready. And I gotta do the audio. There we go. All right. There is everything. There's Eric here as well. Hello, I'll be in a bit. That'll be so cool because we'll have mostly the whole creative team. Though we got Damien on the colors for Eric's his chapter as well, but
Uh,
I'll have to ask
I,
him. Go ahead.
no, I just heard the the Damien was coloring Eric. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even know if we talked about it. I looked at a few different colorists, and the thing with Damien that I like is that because he already colored what one and two, volume one and two, to me
Yes.
it made everything look more consistent to have him color Eric's story as well. So he did 5 pages and they look great. So
Yeah, I love the colors of Damien.
he does something with like whenever there's shadow or like light coming in from a window or something, he always does a really good job in that scenario. Even in his portfolio, he's got a bunch of pages like that.
Yeah,
Gerald says,
it's pretty good.
"I'm so
Sorry,
proud." Sorry, go ahead.
sorry. I'm hearing me like an echo,
Oh,
back there. It's kind of disturbing me.
oh.
I don't know if I can out and
Maybe.
can
Yeah, maybe
come
come
out.
out and come back in.
Yeah.
I don't hear the
Wait, wait.
echo on my end. Chat, let us know if you hear echo, but it
No, no, I hear you good.
might be the headphones. I don't know. Yeah,
Yes.
come out and come back in.
Okay. Let me try.
All right. So we have Gerald Lang. He says, I'm assuming I'm a proud owner of an original Downcast page. That's fantastic. I'm guessing you probably got it on an auction. First, I thought you said Downcast, the original cover. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I didn't even look at it. I've been moving, so I was at work. I mean, not moving homes, but moving my body. I was at work. I moved here, and then yeah, here we are. Uh-oh, there is an echo. Oh, that's it then. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fix this. I forgot that happened. Okay, I won't share audio until we um, until we play the video. That's crazy. No one heard it, but or I didn't hear it. Everyone heard it but me. Does that sound better, Nacho?
No,
Not better.
I'm hearing you with echo right now.
How about that? Is that better?
No,
Oh no.
this is bad.
Oh,
Wait,
let me.
I'm going to change my headphones and try with another's. Okay.
Okay. I just kicked your second. Does that sound better?
Yes.
That does. Okay.
Yes.
I had
Okay.
you in the chat twice for some reason in the
Okay.
back end. All
No.
right, so we're gonna try one more thing. This is our we're testing everything out. Okay, is there an echo now or does it sound okay?
No, it's on okay.
Okay, cool. We got it. We got it worked out.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, Eric's gonna be in here in a little bit. I've started relearning Spanish and I've been studying Japanese for a couple years. Everyone's a lot smarter than me. I can't learning
I
I can't imagine learning on one more language, let alone two to to make it three total.
Yeah, and I bet Japanese is really difficult. It's a language
Yeah.
completely different that that ours. I mean,
Yeah.
well, English and Spanish is really different too. But I believe that in Spanish and Portuguese and Italian and that kind of Latin languages,
Hmm.
it's more easy to learn because the proximity of the words and the pronunciation.
Yep. Yeah, it would be hard because the alphabet, everything. It would be
Yeah.
difficult. All right. Okay. Now we're back on track. Thanks, chat, everybody, for being patient with me. Here's the campaign. We're going to go through this a little bit. And this is a little different. I'm going to post the link in the chat as well. And that'll take you right to sweetcomicshop.com. And the way that we're running this campaign, or at least this leg of the campaign, is on the website. So one thing you can do is go straight to the website and then see right here, Downcast 4, back it now. And you can come in and think things are a little different, but it is working. And actually, there's a lot that I really like about this, especially from the back end of the website. It just, Shopify is kind of amazing, all the stuff that it has. So it's helpful. So right now, you'll notice we don't have a dollar as our goal. We have a number of backers as the goal. It's kind of a fun change of pace, but it's also because this crowdfunding campaign can't exactly run the same. And I'll show you why. So this is the main thing, and most of you are just going to come in here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And yeah, we got our progress bar there, but we also have these little drop down menus. Let me make it a little smaller. There we go. And so you can pick which cover you want. It'll change up here. If you want both covers, if you want, yes, a digital version that I think is pretty darn reasonably priced. Yeah, you pick what you want. We'll go with Eric's in the chat, so we'll go with Eric's. T-shirt. You can have no t-shirt, or you can add one, whatever size you want. There you go. It'll populate here. The t-shirt art is done by Kier Covington, and I actually colored it. I had a lot of fun coloring it. It took me way too long, but I think it turned out pretty good. And then any other add-ons. And now these add-ons are just Downcast related. So if you want to get Dracula, if you want to get Fatal, if you want to get anything else, single issues, you can add those to your cart as well and still pick them up and save on shipping and everything. but for the sake of this page, it's just Downcast. So let's say maybe I'm a new reader. There you go. So new readers, volume 1 through 3. Here's volume 4. I've got a t-shirt. That's basically everything. The only I could make this bigger by getting both covers. There we go. That is the biggest tier here. So then you can just add it to your cart and move on. If you keep scrolling, you can see everything that we have on the campaign. Nacho, good job on. I asked for 2 more pages because I wanted to show them off in the campaign, and you did a really good job. I really like them.
Thanks.
So we got this page. This is one of the newer ones, and this window is going to be important. This page too. I thought we needed another action shot, and this is a great one. And yeah, I'll kind of just scroll through these. Tell me, Nacho, about your process, because I know you mostly work digitally. You've done some, pen and ink. Tell me a little bit about how you draw these pages.
Yeah, I'm working completely digital. I was making uh, the first and second book in handmade,
Uh-huh.
but traditional art, But I switched on the third one, and I'm working completely digital now. I use, Pro- um, yes, I use Procreate
Procreate.
sometimes only to do some sketches, because I use it on the iPad that is smaller.
Uh-huh.
I don't like to work in that in that format. So sometimes I change. I shift to the computer and I finish on Clip Studio.
I like
I'm
it.
painting in Clip Studio to painting coloring.
Yep. That's cool. The thing that's impressive to me is I don't draw a lot, but when I do, it looks very, very different when I draw on paper versus when I draw
Yeah.
digitally. But yours seems so cohesive. It still looks like your art. Honestly, I can't really tell the difference. Maybe if I really studied it.
Okay. Yes, I really try. I really try to keep the line uh, like it was traditional. I really like the traditional inks and use different pencils and different uh, sizes to ink. So I'm really trying to emulate the work I do traditional.
Yeah, it looks great. I love it. Here's I
Thanks.
mean this page I like a lot too. Again with the window. I don't know if I've just been paying attention to it more since I've been making comics, but whenever that comes up, I always think of Downcast 1 when Duggard is working kind of late at night and you have the same thing like just the windows casting light through the
Okay.
lights
Yeah.
and shadows.
Yeah. I try to use the lining to give it in principle in that panel. For example, I use those shadows, those lines to direct the view to
Hmm.
the other panel. I'm trying always to do some kind of game that draw your attention to the next panel.
Yeah. So here, and I'm no expert at this at all, but he's kind of framed in by the shadow. And then I also want to look down here. And then because of the blinds here, look this way. Obviously, he's pointing a knife that direction. I always like this because this is part of the storytelling element from artists. And that's just moving your eye along. And I always, man, you do such a great job with that.
Well, thank you.
This is another great one too. The negative space here is fun. This makes Monstro look like, I mean, he's just totally in shadow here. I don't know how well everyone can see that one, but I loved when I saw this page. I just loved it because he's entirely silhouette except for him glowing from within his suit, which is a cool look. I like that. Good stuff. And when Eric comes in, we'll have him talk about his stuff.
Yeah.
Um, that'll be good. All right. And then the covers here, we'll mention these briefly. I always have had a running artist for cover B, which is Matt Weldon. I love his art. He's a cool guy. And so I always wrangle him in. So far, we've been able to get him on every single cover. So he did this cover right here. And then cover A, of course, this is Eric Weathers. And this is his first time working with me as an artist perspective, not just doing the cover, but doing, he did 20 pages in this. So
Yeah.
pretty cool. So it works, I think, with a flashback especially. So
I love the pages I've seen from Eric.
yeah,
He's doing a really good job.
yeah, he did really good stuff. And it's always hard because when I read comics, them changing art, it's always sometimes it can be really jarring, and you hate that the art changed. And so it was, I don't know, it's like I want to make this work right, but the fact that it's a different time and a different place.
Yeah, I believe that makes sense in the.
Yeah. So anyway, so get in there and back it if you haven't yet. We're trying to get to 100 backers really as quickly as we can. That's the goal here. So 43 so far have jumped on. The launch of this campaign has been really different from ones in the past. I've made the website live. I had to make sure everything worked correctly. And so this website has actually been live for, I mean, not for very long, but a few hours today. And I went ahead and sent out all the email notices and everything like that as well. And now here's the live stream. So that it's kind of nice because I don't have to try and do that while I'm live streaming. And I might just start doing it that way from now on. So I'd not like running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Anyway, so there's a campaign. I haven't even seen if there are any backers, but there's a fresh refresh. And I'm going to show you something else here. This is what I mean that it's really not a normal campaign because there are certain tiers that are not, it's not just the book. So in this case, what we have is this pre-order. I think they call it a collection. Yeah, it's a collection. I added that here, pre-order. These are everything that's available in the campaign, and you can see why these are separate. So we have sketches. I'm actually going to go through these real quick. We have the sketch card. This is what it looks like, and you can actually select the artist. And I've done a number of these, but we have our own Sweet Comics sketch cards now, which is pretty cool. You can choose between me, Eric, and Nacho, and yeah, we'll draw you an awesome character sketch here. You also pick the character you want. If you really want something different that's not listed here, talk to me. But I think between Joanne, Jax, and Monstro, most people are pretty happy. Most people want Monstro, honestly. We also have the sketch covers.
I will add Carver too. And then
Carver,
I love
yeah.
to draw Carver.
Okay, I could even officially add Carver to this list, and I did
Yes.
think about that. He's a really fun character. I think in the first time in Downcast Volume 3 when he was introduced as a character, I'm trying to remember the name of the professional. I told you he gets mad at this one point and he has to yell like the professional, in the movie. There's a certain point in the movie, and you just killed it. You did such a good job with his angry, crazed look in his face. So it was good.
Yeah, I think he turned in one of my favorite characters of the book right now.
Yeah,
I love.
he's fun. Yeah, I like him a lot. Okay, we also have the original cover here. There are not a lot of original pages out there. They're out there, but not tons of them.
It's Eric working in digital too. Or?
I think everything he did is digital. He did the
Ah.
cover. My understanding is he did just a private sale months ago for the cover art. I bought the cover art from Matt Weldon, so that's why I have it here on the campaign. But yeah, Eric's is, I think, everything digital as far as interior pages go. So, but yeah, here's the cover. I always post a cover from Matt Weldon, and it always goes in every campaign. And after it goes, people always lament that they missed it. So if you want the original cover, this is where you could go to get it. I think Downcast 1 and 2, the cover sold on the first day, like launch day. Downcast 3, it was right at the end, like when we were closing things off. It's exciting either way. But yeah, if you want to snag it sooner rather than later, otherwise you're going to miss out. So, and then last but not least, this is the be drawn into the book tier. The artwork's not complete on this book, but we're more than well over halfway there, 2/3 of the way finished with the book. And that's 100% my fault because I kept stopping. I kept rewriting the last chapter. But we had to launch the campaign is kind of where we're at. Anyway, the benefit of that is that you can be in the book yourself. So, because it hasn't been drawn. So there's 5 of these slots. They're $200. If you want to be in the book, that's how you get in the book. So none of these are included in our total on the front end here, so you won't see them, but that's why we're just counting the backer number rather than the dollar amount. We'll see. I think it's a fun way to do it. So I
promise I'll do my best.
You'll do your best. Hey, you always do a good job. We've done it on the first 2 books. So yeah. Here's a question for you from Priscilla. Nacho, did you have an inspiration for this window? This page is really good.
Oh, thanks.
I'm guessing that is... Oh, you mean the window here? Stained glass window? Or Carver?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I'm guessing this one.
Yes. I'm always searching for references, always picking several references, different image, and then I adapt it to what is better for storytelling.
Yeah. This one I gave you not
you
much.
gave some examples.
But not much to go off of, but
that helps me.
I had like the idea we need a stained glass window, and I sent him a few like very, very loose concepts, but what he did is really cool. And I don't want to spoil things, it might be too early, but these 3 characters in the window here are important to the story. So General Piggy says I'd get Carver. I think he's talking about the sketches. You know what? I'm gonna just add Carver to the drop down so that you have that option right away. That way we don't have to negotiate things afterward. Amy's Birdhouse says, I'll be backing. I just need to consult with Keith Gleason to see what we want. Haha. Thank you. Appreciate it, Amy. I'm going backward to the chat here. I'm getting the Pogs. All right. Pogs are they? Yeah, they're still up on the website. There's a number of things. You can go back and get, I think we still have acrylic standees on there from the last campaign. So if you're looking to add on, I'll have to also show you that too. There's a way to get free shipping and a way to get a free trading card set. And some of that is just adding on a few extra things. So yeah, do look over the store, add them to your shopping cart. Good evening. Congratulations on the launch. Thank you very much. I think we're caught up now. All right. So I got to add that for sure. Yeah, so one other thing is if I add this to my cart, we gotta be careful I'm not like doxing myself or anything. But you'll notice on the bottom of the screen, I've got this little thing that pops up and it'll tell you what promotions are existing right now. Oh, I gotta get the chat off the screen. Hold on. There we go. We'll try that again. You get this little Sweetcast present thing on the bottom. If you open that up, it'll show you how close you are to getting free shipping, and then you can decide if you want to add something on to secure that free shipping, and then also how much to get the free trading card pack. Again, those are just options, but I thought it made it a little bit fun. That way you're really truly just making your own bundle. You don't have to do, preset bundles. You can get whatever you want. Let's see. Snuggy Jr. says, I got the Pogs, but I don't know what to do with them. I know they're an interesting one. Self-portrait. Yeah, I mean, if you get a sketch card or a sketch cover, I'm sure we can make a self portrait happen if you want it. We need a CG Pog set. Check my tweet at you. All right, I'll check it. Cool. All right, so that is the campaign. Did you see this yet, Nacho?
Sorry, what?
Did you see this the book trailer?
Ah, the trailer. I think I've seen it.
Okay, what we're gonna do, because I gotta share the audio, and I think what it's gonna do is probably echo.
No problem.
We will see here. Is it echoing right now?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll play the
Okay.
video. We'll
Yeah.
be quiet. I'll play the video and then I'll turn off the echo. Here we go.
Every
Oops.
waking moment.
Let me start over. That didn't feel right. Here we go.
Every waking moment. Jax and Monstro are hunting for your friends. It's just a matter of time before all those supposed gods are all dead. But you don't really care about them, do you, Carver? Don't ask me why I'm here. Why I came for you instead of them. I ask the questions now, because I need to know. What are you hiding? And what's on the other side of that window? My home has become a hunting ground.
So dramatic. All right, I gotta stop. I'll stop sharing for a minute. That was really fun to make. I just hired a voiceover artist on Fiverr for $40 to do the voiceover. She did a much better job than I would have done. So
You know,
Yeah.
when I see those glasses in the trailer, I remember that I was walking by my city here in Brazil, it's Santos, and I I passed through a church, and the door was open. So I enter and I see that those glasses.
Oh, the stained glass windows.
Yes, and I take a picture. I have
Cool.
the script that you sent me,
Uh-huh.
so I knew that I was to draw that scene. So I take a picture and I bring it to home, and then I draw something similar in the page.
Oh,
I
that's
was
cool.
remembering that.
I like it. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's a hidden chapel, and you did a good job too. There's like pipes in there. Like it looks like you wouldn't think there's a little chapel in there, but
Yeah,
there it is.
yeah. I try to add some pipes and stuff to give it that look that the city has
Yep.
have. You know?
Yeah, there's pipes everywhere,
Yeah,
which is cool.
I love to
Um,
draw pipes.
yep.
It's fun,
Yeah. It adds character.
and it gives a good sense of perspective. You know,
Oh
so
yeah.
it's useful.
Christina, if you want to know the name of the exact voice actress, I can let you know. But yeah, it was Fiverr. Looks good. We'll be backing tonight, says Student of God. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Everyone saying hi. Up to 47 backers. Wow, it jumped up. Let's refresh this. 47 backers. Thank you, everybody, for your support. We're moving to 100. That's the goal here. This is so different from any crowdfunding campaign I've done, obviously, but I actually think it's pretty different because I've never seen anybody have the backer number be the goal. So it's fun. I'm pretty excited about it. I might even do a count up on the funds raised as well. I just got to look on the back end to do that. So thank you everybody that has been supporting it. It was actually Eric Weathers that did the voiceover, he says. So he can do a pretty good woman's voice, I guess. I don't know. Cool. All right. Oh, I wasn't even sharing the screen. Jeez, here we go. I forgot. All right, there's the campaign. 47 backers. We just need a few left to get to 100. That'll be awesome. So if you haven't backed it, do check it out. I'm actually going to send you over here to the pre-order page, and that'll let you see everything that's on the campaign if you want to pick up one of these sketches or anything like that. And in fact, right now, I'll talk to Nacho a bit, but I'm going to add the option of having Carver if there's any other characters that we'd want to add here as well. So one other thing is you've had to draw a lot of animal characters, Nacho, including an alligator. Maybe a stupid question, but I think drawing an alligator is one thing, but drawing an alligator that stands up on two legs and walks like a human seems like a different level. Yeah, how do you do that? Like with references?
Yes, of course. Always looking for a lot of reference. Like I just look for alligators and monsters and object. Well, in internet you can find what almost anything.
Right.
And I use a lot of reference. Always is difficult the first times, like the 2 or 3 first times you do it, then you used to, and it's like something more that you can draw. I don't know. I think Joan was one of the first characters I drew, and it's in all books, so I can draw Joan always like without problem, like the face, any angle. I'm really used to, and I believe it's that it's just to learn the new thing and then repeat it until it's okay.
Who's the most fun to draw out of Downcast?
Well, I love to do. I love to draw Monstro and Carver.
Monstro and Carver.
They are my favorites.
They're fun characters, and those ones too. I sent you when we were first talking about adding Monstro and Carver as characters for Downcast 3. I did some very, very basic sketches and sent them to you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, I think we can do better. And then like the Monstro one stands out the most because I did such a basic shape of everything. And then you did that initial drawing where he's standing holding a chain wrapped around his hand. And it's just cool to see it level up. But that character design has carried through throughout the series. It's just cool to see.
Well, thanks. I believe that I changed some stuff that it wasn't helping for the story, because I took out some elements that I remember that then appears in the story, and I wasn't drawing in the first pages, so I have to invent some way that he. I think it's the chain,
Uh-huh.
I took out the chain. Yeah, I took out the chain the first pages. So, and then he has to fight with a chain, and he doesn't have it. So
yeah,
I have to make some
to give him the chain.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that because. Yeah, there are a few different little story points like that. It didn't even occur to me, and I guess the chain came from he was holding it in that drawing. I think the first one I did, he had a chain wrapped around him or something.
Yeah.
But now it's become like his weapon of choice. Has been a chain.
Yeah.
Though in Downcast 4, he's got a kind of a new weapon too. But ever since he did that, it was the water tower, right? He pulled the chain off the water tower. And then that's been kind of a weapon for him. So, in this one, there's
next time will be a pipe.
A pipe. Yeah, we could do that. Why not? Yeah, in this one, he goes into a warehouse. It's like a food packing plant, and he gets a sharp object. So that ends up being a weapon. But, um, and actually, in Eric's story too, he gets a sharp object that's a weapon. It's a spear. I think people have seen it, like a
Yeah,
fishing spear. But
that page is very cool. I've seen. I
yeah,
think you shared it in one of your streams. Or I don't remember right now.
yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah,
so. Actually,
the
there
spirit in
might.
the eye.
There's probably one here too.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta tell you too. I don't remember who was saying that they wanted Carver, but let me go here real quick. Carver now should be an option. Let me double check here. So sketch. There we go, Carver.
Oh, cool.
Now you can get Nacho to do you a Carver sketch. So I'm gonna go ahead and post that as well. If you want to get a head sketch that supports this book and supports the art that we're doing. So yeah, it'll be awesome. Good stuff. Let's see, get him an aquarium net next. we could do that. He'll clean the gunk out of the pool. Kick Eric Weathers. What is he saying now? Oh, that was me. Okay, we got that. We're caught up now. All right, good stuff. So yeah, please do back Downcast 4. It really helps us out. This is day 1 of the launch. This is the first time I still went to work today. Usually I take the day off, and I probably should have found a way to take the day off because it was really hard to focus at work knowing that this launch was happening today. Do you get nervous, Nacho, when these campaigns launch?
Yeah, not too much. I don't know. I'm not like you, like running through behind the stuff you have to do, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but today that I'm speaking here, yeah, I'm really, I
Now,
really
now
am.
that you're live, you're doing good.
It's difficult to do this, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It is. It's all good. And I'll tell you. Also, everybody in the chat, if you haven't checked your email today, and I don't know how many people are getting them, but there is a promo code, and you can get 15% off. And the promo code is HUNT15. Hunt15. I'll put that in the chat. If you didn't see it in the email, I figure you're here watching. You're ride or die Downcast Reader. So if you didn't try that out yet, that's how you can get 15% off. That's another cool thing about doing it on our own site is we can do discount codes and free extra things and all sorts of fun stuff. So that makes it fun. All right. So Nacho, I'm curious about your art style. The first time I saw it, I don't want to. It didn't really look familiar to me. It looked unique, but I don't think that's ever the case. That it's completely unique. What are your influences for your artwork?
Well, when I started, I liked it a lot, Mike Mignola.
Oh yeah.
And then I went to a school with Marcelo Frusin, that is an Argentinian illustrator, and I think he's drawing kick-ass right now. He made several works, but with Marvel and DC, and I believe that I absorbed a lot from him. You know, I began to draw more close to his style, especially in the way that he do the storytelling. I believe he's a really really good storytelling, and yeah,
Is this the right Marcelo Frusin?
yeah, that's right.
We'll look through his a little bit.
Yeah, I love his work. He's amazing, and then I'm always changing. I don't know. Right now I'm looking a lot some Spanish artists like Jorge Jimenez. I don't know if you heard of him.
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what he's.
He's drawing Superman.
Superman. Okay, yeah.
Superman or something like that. Um, Greg Capullo también. Greg
Yep,
Capullo. I don't know
Greg
how.
Capullo.
Yeah, I love it. I think he's American, right?
Yeah, hmm
Okay.
definitely.
And Jorge Ibanez también. Jorge Ibanez.
I
Do
don't
you
know
know
him.
him?
Nope.
Oh, he's
What?
good too. He's Spanish too.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm always looking different stuff. Like uh, I'm trying to add something new every time I I begin a new work. You know.
Well, it's something that's interesting because you bring up Greg Capullo. I think you've said before you're a fan of Sean Gordon Murphy's artwork as
Yeah.
well. Something I've
Yeah.
noticed with Greg Capullo is that he draws people's faces are different, but he's still on like the side of their nose. It's like their nostril. He does sort of like this Z. And to
Yeah.
me, that's become like just a hallmark. So I know for sure, oh, that was Greg Capullo because the way he
Yeah.
draws the side of the nose. Sean Gordon
Yes.
Murphy, or at least he used to do lines across the
He
nose.
made a lot of lines. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah. I love.
I don't know,
I'm
do
kind
you
of using that. I don't know if you perceive that in some of the pages I use that lines.
yeah, sometimes I do notice it and it makes
Yeah.
me think of Sean Gordon Murphy. I
Yeah.
love it. It's cool. But are there any things like that? This is like the point of style progression that I feel like I would I don't know, like at some point you pick something. I don't know. Can you
That,
dissect it that deeply?
that
Like, is
match
there?
my style. Yeah.
Yeah, your style.
I don't know. I believe the unfinished lines. Sometimes I don't. I, I cannot say. You know.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
hard
that
to.
my style is still mutating. You know. I believe
Yeah,
it's not like finished. Like
totally.
this, it's my style yet, and so I don't know. Maybe when you see him from out and you can see something that connects everything, but I'm like I believe that I'm changing
Yeah,
every
totally.
time, so I
Yeah,
can.
yeah. Well, I've definitely seen a progression over now our fourth book working together. I've seen a progression of your artwork, but at the same time, it's still to me very recognizable. I saw one time, I think somebody had a pre-launch page. This was years ago, and there was like a robot on the front. And I looked at it and I thought that has to be Nacho. Totally looks like his art. And I asked the guy, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's Nacho. He did he. I don't remember. It was like a robot of some kind.
Yeah, it was with Gilly the Tres, I
Oh,
think.
Gilly. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know if you know him.
I
Yeah, it
talked
was
to.
like
Yeah,
we made like 8 pages for a story that it was with a robot.
yeah, very cool. But yeah, there's definitely like a recognizable element to it. Here's an axe wielding guy in a bear suit. I like it. I'm kind of just flipping through some of these. That's horrifying.
Yeah,
What
gross.
kind of do you draw horror or fantasy? Like what do you draw most often?
I'm working with a dungeon master. You know, he's making content for D&D
Oh yeah, yeah.
games, and it's kind of a regular client. So I'm making a lot of fantasy and horror
Cool.
lately. Yeah, there are some character designs, and I'm making some zombies and that kind of stuff.
Call these zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, making. I really love to do horror things.
I like that a lot. Again, here's the window light. I I notice it
Yeah,
all the time. It's so cool.
I believe that I took it from Mike Mignolas.
Yeah.
I believe he it's always uh, was using the shapes in the background to for
Yeah.
composition. You know, and I believe I took it from them.
Yeah. It looks good. I'm a big fan of Mike Mignola, but there's yeah, just the stark difference in lighting is fun. There's a Santa Claus there. I wouldn't mess with him. Anyway, oh hey, that's familiar too. There's a full page there of the reveal. And I'll tell you, I know I'm crazy, but I've had a name. I'm not even gonna say this character's name because I want to change it. Because
Okay.
I keep going back and forth, but the problem is that this is a female alligator, but you can't. I mean, it's an alligator. I don't. How are we gonna know? So I thought the name. That's where I'm kind of stuck. Is I'm thinking about changing this character's name. So I won't say it out loud, so no one will know, and it won't make a difference. This is awesome. I love this page. Was this from a D&D
Yeah.
thing? Very cool.
Yeah, it's an illustration for D&D. I think that you can pass that. There is another two that I love
There we go.
in that one.
Yeah, tell me when to stop.
No, I was talking about that illustration you was sharing
This one
there. You have, yeah, you can switch for the,
over
there
here.
is another, yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, those are great. Yeah, I can see the Mike Mignola influence in the dark, hard shadows and glowing eyes. That's cool. There's a raptor here in this whole
Yeah.
setting. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
That's cool. I
That's the
like
good
it.
thing about D&D. You can draw a lot
Yeah.
of things. Every day is something different, so
Yeah.
it's really fun.
I love it. That's cool. I'm gonna check back on the campaign real quick because I see.
Yeah. Sorry, it's one of the things I love from Downcast too. That
Yeah.
there is a lot of things, a lot of elements. We have like sci-fi and some kind of fantasy
Yeah.
and these different characters and animals and gods, and it's really fun to draw.
Yeah. I love it. And that's been kind of the fun thing too. I even think about writing when I'm writing scenes. Like again, the first action scene in Downcast 4 and the food packing plant. I've been trying to think of different locations for fights to happen because we've done a rooftop fight, we've done under the below the city, we've done it's been around, and so it's becoming a challenge, but it's fun to just think of different places, kind of locations for fights to happen, and obviously characters, and then how the fight takes place, like what weapons they use, and it's been really fun. So
Yeah.
Student of God says, I've never read Downcast, but we'll be buying it all tonight. Thank you, Student of God. Appreciate it. Hey, this is definitely the place to get into it. Snuggie says it. Snuggie's our biggest fan, Nacho. He loves Downcast.
Well, thank you, Snag.
AL is here. Great to see you, AL. Thanks for stopping by. It's really good. I only have the alternative version at the moment, so I bought the complete set. Thank you, Squeeze Pickles. I appreciate that. Let's see. Question here. Hi, Clint. I'm on your webpage. Which one is the Matt Weldon cover and which one is the Eric Weathers cover? Great question. So here we are on the campaign page, and if you change it, it'll change at the top here. So yeah, the Eric Weathers cover is the one with the monstro and the reflection. And I'll tell you, our plans for this, obviously it's a stretch goal right now that we're going to be building toward, is making this glass UV gloss coated, so his glass will be kind of shiny. But yeah, this is Eric Weathers, and it kind of depicts that first action scene I was talking about. Matt Weldon's cover right here with Carver and our alligator friend. And yeah, those are the two covers. Thanks, AL. Gotta catch up here. Now I'm behind. Bernadette the alligator. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that one. Yeah, okay, everyone's got their questions. I'm sorry, AL. Good question. I was asking myself the same about covers. Website don't make it clear. Kind of confusing. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think honestly, the best way to do it is just to look here, cover A or cover B, and it'll change the photo for you. I should also put the artist here. I'll change that. Not now, because that'll make for bad television. But I will add that. So good point. Fight in a candy factory, Lucy style. That with the conveyor belts. You ever watch I Love Lucy?
No, I think
No.
no.
You're probably too young, because I'm really too young to watch I Love. It's
How many years do you have?
I mean, I'm 36.
I'm 36. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 30.
You're 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I Love Lucy was, I mean, it's an American show, but it's like, I don't know what, the 60s, 50s. I don't know when it was a thing, but
Oh, okay. No,
it
I
was,
believe I don't know.
it was a long time ago. Let's see. I'm going Eric. Good choice. Great cover. I'm old. Snuggy. Hold it. 36. I feel like I'm getting old, but yeah, it's crazy. And Nacho, it's been what, like almost 5 years that we've been working together on books. 4 years.
Yeah, I think it's between 4 and 5 years.
I think it was 2018, maybe the very
2018.
end of 2018 that we started.
Yeah,
And
a long time.
yeah, I don't know. I just remember thinking, oh, Nacho's in his 20s, but you're 30 now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Good stuff. I will tell you too, one more thing to point out about covers. If you add on, like if you're catching up, there you go. Like if you pick the Eric Weathers cover here, and then all of the other books to catch up, it's going to default by the Eric Weathers cover for volume 3. This is volume 1 and 2 here. This is a cover by Nacho, and this is a reprint, but it's a really nice graphic novel. It's just, I think it's 120 pages
Yeah,
combined.
it's big.
So, yeah, that's the 2 first volumes. So that'll catch up with everything. And this first volume here is priced at $15. So that's a really, really $55. That's well over 200 pages of story content that'll get you caught up. But I think the same if I go with Matt Weldon cover here, you'll get these 2 Matt Weldon covers, and then you'll get the collection reprint here as well. So good stuff. I'm gonna refresh this. I didn't even check. We got another backer. We got up to 48 now. Thank you so much for supporting Downcast. We appreciate it. There we go. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Oh, I Love Lucy. It's a husband and a wife, and the husband is Spanish. I don't know where he's from, but he speaks with a Spanish accent. You could look it up, but it won't have the same meaning to you because it's the cultural.
I was googling G.
Yeah, I Love Lucy.
G character.
There you go. Christina says, I'm 28 and I like watching I Love Lucy. Okay, that proves it. It's probably more of a cultural thing than it is an age thing. I think everybody knows what I Love Lucy is. I was in heavy reruns when I was a kid. There we go. Hey, Yang Zhao is here. Nice work on this is the RPG stuff that you are doing, Nacho. So he says nice.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Yang.
He's Cuban. I'm sorry. I don't know I Love Lucy that well. He technically speaks Spanish, so that's all I got. Yeah, Ricky's from Cuba. All right. It's been a long time since I've even seen it, but it's a good one. Good stuff. So I'm curious a little bit, when you said you went to school for comics, or like a comic school, and that's where you started learning from Marcel Frusen.
Yes. Yes. Was like more like a workshop, but we have one encounter per week, like one class per week.
Oh, okay.
And we just hang out with some other colleagues, some other artists, and some of them were already working for the US and Europe, and we just hang around and talk about comics and that kind of stuff. We really don't draw there. like we, I think we never draw there.
You just
Like,
go and learn and talk about
yeah,
it.
basically,
Okay.
yeah. But it was pretty good. He was a really good teacher.
That's great. Do you still go to those classes, or was it just like a short term thing?
No, it was like I believe 1 year or
Oh,
something
year.
like that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish, and maybe the chat will correct me, maybe there's stuff here, but especially for, well, I don't know, anything comics, it's kind of hard to find those opportunities, maybe online. And maybe it's just where I'm at here in Utah, there aren't a lot of comics people here. And so it definitely feels lonely until, I got on the internet and, now I've got lots of friends in comics, but
Yeah.
all of it's online, which
There
is
is no
interesting.
much. There isn't a con there in Utah. There is some place near to go to conventions in Utah.
There's a big convention here called Salt Lake FanX, but it really is. It's a really big convention, but it's very much not. There's not a lot of comics people there. It has more to do with celebrities, pop culture stuff,
Okay.
and so there's some. There's a couple guys here that I can't even think of their names, but I went to one of their presentations, but they draw. They both worked for IDW, or one was Archie and one was IDW, and it was like Adventure Time, really cartoony kind of kids stuff. And it was cool, but yeah, I just didn't. I don't know. I never really connected with any of them there. So it just seems like everybody's back on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate because in Rosario, in Argentina, when I was born, there is a really good convention that it's all about comics. It's not like the cons with actors and all that kind of stuff. It's more like exclusively for comics. And then uh, a lot of people that it's working in the business go there, and it's a really good place to talk and meet people, and it was really close to my home, so
Yeah,
that was pretty good. It's when I meet Christian Rossi, that it's from there too,
that's right.
and
Yeah,
there is a lot of artists in Rosario working for big companies and working from arts.
very cool. Yeah, yeah. It's cool because it. I know. Let's see. I know four artists that are from Argentina, because there's
Oh,
you. Oh
yeah.
wait, you. There's your brother.
Yes.
There's Christian Rossi.
Yeah.
There's Damien.
Yeah.
Um,
He's from Rosario too. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. I guess that's four. Like that. It's kind
Yeah.
of crazy. I know more artists in Argentina than I do in Utah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
That's
crazy.
that's weird.
It really is. I
Yeah.
know there's Tyler from Draw and Talk. If you guys watch his YouTube channel, but he's from Utah. He's actually not far at all, and we went to dinner once. But
Yeah.
um,
And as I've said, it's Marcelo and Eduardo Rizzo that he actually was the teacher from Marcelo,
uh,
and, and I believe that was teacher from Christian too. He works from with Brian Mazzarello a couple of times. He made Batman too. Um, there is Germán Peralta, Juan Manuel Frigeri. They are working for Marvel, I think, right now.
okay,
There is a lot of artists very very good in Rosario
yeah,
for music.
it's wild. And I
Yeah.
love all the art styles are a little. I can't say that there's a common theme from Argentinian artists, but it's all just unique to me. I don't know. There's something cool about it that's not. It's a little different
Yeah,
than what I would maybe see in the U.S. I can't put my
yeah.
finger on it, but there's something about it. It's cool.
I believe that we take more from Europe, you know, from the
Oh
comics
yeah,
from Europe, from France and Italy, and there is some kind of mixture of how do you say, you
like
know,
influence or
yeah, there is an
yeah,
influence from Europe and also from United States. So there is a kind of mystery, you know, some
yeah.
kind of yeah.
Well, in Brazil too, there's a lot of comic book artists in
Yeah,
Brazil. Do you ever meet
there is
up with
too.
any artists there?
Yes, I go. I went to the Comic Con here in São Paulo last year,
Uh-huh.
and I met a lot of artists from here. There is a lot of cool artists too here.
Very cool.
It was weird because I didn't knew no one from here, and in 1 year, like there is, I believe there is a lot of artists very good from here, you know,
Yeah,
and it's weird to find a lot of artists in like so good in 1 year, you know.
yeah,
I was really shocked about.
yeah. It's pretty cool. So we
Yeah,
have
I love conventions. I love conventions for that, you know. You meet people and
yeah
you see a lot of people
different
that's
artists and
working. Yeah,
yeah there are actually a lot of writers here. They're usually mostly writing novels, but this in Utah there's a lot of writers, including Brandon Sanderson, who did the biggest crowdfunding campaign of all time. He's right
well,
here in Utah. So, but yeah, it was for a novel. So,
you
um,
speak with him. You
no, I
know.
would like to. I'd like to meet him because I'm like we're both doing crowdfunding and writing, but he's a far bigger fish than me. So I would have to. I do have a friend that knows him, so I've got one mutual friend. So it's possible, but it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and sometimes like you have afraid to meet someone that it's at that level, you know. But when you get to know him, I believe that in this kind of world, you know, in comics in general, in art, all the people have, uh, or almost all the people have a good disposition, you know,
Yeah,
to help, to
yeah.
talk. I believe there is cool people
There,
in the
yeah, definitely. There's a lot of them, a lot of good people that are making art and
yeah.
writing, and yeah, comics can be weird sometimes. I'm laughing because there's some weird stuff in comics sometimes people,
Yeah, of course.
but there are a lot of good people too. I love it. Student of God says, "Hey, you missing the Twitter post thing that I backed it? Really like that." Sorry, I'm not checking Twitter right now, but if I missed it earlier, I'm sorry. But thank you for backing. Really appreciate it. I just backed the Eric Weathers cover and t-shirt. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. Let's see. Just back a bunch of items from the campaign. Question is digital included in both physical book purchases? So no. I gotta think about that. There's no shipping on digital. The reason why digital is separate because you can just pick digital, and if you do, you can't add anything else to it, or you shouldn't be able to add anything else to it, um, because I don't have to ship a digital book with zero shipping and then have to ship other items with it, if that makes sense. So I would say you got to go back and back the digital perk in order to get it, and you'll get it separately. It'll be emailed to you when it's done. Hope that answers your question. It sounds like you need to do a road trip, Clint. I did go to the convention back in near Boston, Plastic City Comic Con, Keith Gleason's convention. That was really fun. Just talking to readers and hanging out with all the guys. It was really fun. Mr. Reborn says, I like nachos. I'm sure you hear that all the time.
I like to. I like to.
Yeah.
I like them too.
Everybody likes them. Ooh, the shadow. I think we're still back at your last. We were looking at some of your drawings here. So, okay, we got to refresh the campaign. Snuggy Jr. says that we're at 51 backers. Still at 51 backers. There we go. Thank you, everybody. We're more than halfway to our goal of 100 backers before. I don't know. We just hit our goal. I'd love to hit the 100 backers tonight. That would be amazing. We'll just keep pushing it. I launched this campaign at such a different time than I normally would. Eric Weathers says, link me. All right. Let me fix this. That's what I get for not paying attention to the chat. I'm going to send Eric the link.
You normally launch the campaigns more
Early.
More early?
Yeah. I usually launch. So normally I would take the whole day off work and I would launch the campaign around 10 a.m., maybe 9 a.m., 9:30, something around there. And that way I plan different streams and everything all day. So I usually do a morning stream right when I launch and kind of get the campaign going. And then I, depending on if I'm a guest on other streams or whatever the schedule is, I'll do those. And then I'll do my own stream again in the late afternoon or the evening. So I kind of do 2 streams on the first day. It's been really tough to take time off work lately because my job's just been a lot. It's been demanding. So I've had to make it work. So that's why I launched it in the afternoon, the late afternoon today. I scheduled everything to go out, like emails and everything. And I just let that happen while I was at work. And then now this is my first stream of the day. So tomorrow will still kind of be day 1 until about 2:30 p.m.
Tomorrow it's a holiday there too?
No, I'll still be going to work. But is it a holiday for you tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I have to work too, but it's a holiday here in Brazil. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I'm like, a day off would be great. I actually was gonna take tomorrow off, but too many things came up at work now. I can't. So
yeah, no, I'm working even the Saturdays. And some Sundays too. I'm kind of busy.
try to get it done. Well, thanks for making time for the stream.
No problem, man.
Eric's threatening to spam. Okay, I'm watching the back room here, Eric. So Aldous is here. Good evening, all. Welcome, Aldous. Great avatar, student of God. I've got to look at it closely. We looked at it once. There we go. Oh, it is the spirit. That now I understand. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi. I'm sorry, Eric. I don't know how long you were asking for the link. I was not paying attention. Tell Sanderson he could have cut about half of the way of Kings. All right, I'll tell him if I see him. Send Eric the link. Matthew Fowler's here. See, now Eric's getting me back because I sent him the link and I don't see him now. He's not here yet. We're still waiting for him. He probably gave up or he's sleeping. Fine. That's Eric's book. He's going to promote his own book now instead of Downcast.
Yeah. It's a new one or?
Well, yeah. I mean, he hasn't launched it yet, but this Battle Brick Road 2.
Is it 2? Okay.
Yeah, 2. So he did the first one. It was great. He's got the second one, and it should be coming out soon. I think he's just about ready to launch that one. So
yeah, I remember the first one.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't know he was doing the second one.
Yeah, it should be going. We'll have to pick his brain about that one when he gets on the stream. We'll see. The most honest man in this space. High greetings to Matthew Fowler. Matthew Fowler is not afraid to say whatever. Christina, long time no see. Greetings and good evening to all. All right. Okay. We're caught up on the chat now. We're looking at Downcast Volume 4 Hunting Ground. I'm copying the link and no, I'm not caught up. I thought I was caught up. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm posting the link. I scrolled down. Eric says, now I'm waiting to join, not join out of spite. Okay. I get it. I get it. In the meantime, Aldous just backed order 1071. That works. We're usually looking at backer numbers. There we go. 53 backers now. Thank you for supporting the campaign. We really appreciate it. Be like Aldous and back Downcast. AL says, okay, I bought it. Good night. Have a good stream. Thank you, AL. Appreciate it. She's probably in bed already. Same Snugs. Clint is one of the new guys that not only do I look forward to succeeding, but look forward to his releases with anticipation. I look forward to Eric being on the stream with anticipation. Here he is. Sorry.
Hello. You should be.
I am, yeah. I wasn't looking at the chat, and then I saw you spamming. In fact, it's only fair. We got to pull up battlebrickroad.com, right?
Before you do that, Nacho, I don't know if we've ever met before. It's good to meet you.
No, I believe we exchanged some emails or some messages, but I believe it's the first time we are talking. So nice to meet you.
Yes. Excellent work on all of your Downcast work. You leave room for word balloons, and I greatly appreciate that. That makes my life a whole lot easier.
Thanks. I'm trying.
That's the unsung hero of art is leaving space for letters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really think about it. I believe it's a very important part for, you have to give it some space.
I want to ask you, Eric. I'm tempted to say who are the worst offenders and who are the best, but I probably shouldn't ask that. So
no, I'm gonna air some dirty laundry. I'm feeling spicy tonight. The people that should know better are the worst. That's the people that have been in the industry for 20 or 30 years. Those are the ones that are the worst.
Those are the worst ones. That's funny.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I'm just airing dirty laundry right now. That's what we're doing. Hashtag down with Downcast.
There we go. Eric is on when he's ready to go.
I am ready to go.
When are you launching the campaign?
That's my question. Yeah.
I'm waiting on covers and colors, and I don't know if my colorist is alive. So
you still haven't heard from him?
No, I haven't heard from him. There was a retweet. Okay, I need to give some context. Clint knows what I'm talking about. Nobody else does. I sent my pages to get colored in December. I had like a dozen pages, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to be on vacation all the way through the whole month of January, but I can get them in February." I said, "That sounds great. Take your time." February rolled around, and he said, "I got the pages to my flatter, and I'll get you an update soon." And then into February, he's all like, "I've been really sick with the flu, so I haven't been into the office, so I can't, but the pages are ready, but I haven't been into the office." And that was my last communication with him, was saying he was very sick with a bad flu. And that was a month ago.
Then he disappeared.
And we don't know if the flatter is alive too,
I don't know.
Maybe
they
it's
could
a chain of
Yeah,
it could be.
They're infecting each other.
I'm next is what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, it's moving up the line.
So I've got that, and I have a Kelsey Shannon cover that is, according to him, almost done. And I'm waiting on colors for my cover. And I'm waiting on Ethan to finish his and John's cover. So
you're a hostage right now.
I am. I'm shackled. Absolutely hostage. I basically have a gun to my head right now. No, the idea is to kind of just wait for that to get in, and then I'll have the assets to build for the graphics for the campaign, and then I can go. But it's gonna be good for me, I suppose, if it's not till June or July, because that's when we're thinking. Things are up in the air with because I work with Eric July now, and they're like waiting on the warehouse, and we've had to. If I launch, at the same time he does, then that'll probably be a good thing. So,
yeah.
Try to
yeah,
ride that wave.
might work out for the best anyway if he's
Yeah.
while he's promoting comic books.
How many
Yeah.
pages have you drawn?
Thank you,
Have
Delany.
you drew in that book?
How many are done right now?
Yeah.
20 ish. So
20
I need more.
pages.
I need so many more pages done. It's a good start, but I wish it was 68 because then I'd be done.
No, but you've been drawing a lot lately with Downcast, your own book.
Yep. Yeah, I would be 20 pages ahead if Clint didn't hire me to draw Downcast. What's
Am
up
I
with
right?
that, Clint?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was it's
I can
crazy
go.
because I was thinking about it. That was a year
Leaving.
ago, right? I mean, you were in the middle of it about a year ago.
Yeah, something like
Um,
that.
The whole
Yeah,
part.
You got me at the right time because I was done.
Yeah.
I was like, I think fulfillment hadn't started yet, or was just about it. It had just started, so I was like, I felt like I was drawing it while I was fulfilling.
Yeah.
I think, but actually, it was really good because I switched to digital, and I wanted to. It was a great way to sort of warm up to that and figure out how I was going to make that work, and I was able to cut my teeth on Downcast. So.
Nice.
I don't think of it as 20 pages behind as much as it is 20 pages of more experience under my belt.
That's a positive way to look at it. They're great pages too.
Thank you.
It was like at the time I was thinking I'm gonna get books done faster, and so I had a flashback anyway sequence that I wanted to do. I wasn't sure how to do it, and then I thought, okay, well, we'll do them in the same book, and then if you can draw it, that'll be fantastic. Which worked out, but life happened. So the book is we still waited like a whole year to finally launch it anyway. So it it didn't matter, but it was a good effort. So I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm really glad the way that it worked out though. As far as the book goes, it's cool. So we should talk about that too. Let me catch up with the chat. I don't want anyone to get mad at me.
Yeah, I'm already mad. I'm still mad.
Just shows me an order number, not a backer number. The order number will count. Okay, Snuggie wants to kick you. Is that Grizzly Adams? That is we haven't addressed the beard there, Eric. But yeah, that just means Snugs. That's just mean Snugs, but I agree. Down with the weatherman. Now you've got everyone's mad at Eric. If you aren't penciling 3 pages a day, you're not meeting expectations, apparently.
That's true.
If you aren't penciling 3 pages a week, you're not meeting expectations. Let's see. I'm catching up. Look at me go through the chat. I have 36 pages in my upcoming book, but they're all blank. It's all a snowstorm, I'm sure. One big snowstorm scene. Hey, Fowler, just repeating what I've been told, man. I just listened and to the plays being called. Okay. Everyone's chatting to each other. I like it.
I want to do...
Sorry,
I want to do a 100-page hardcover graphic novel that's nothing but white pages, and then the very last page is a word balloon that says, "I can't see anything in the snow."
And sell it for $25.
Yeah, $25. Yeah.
I would buy it.
I should do that.
For the
it's
novelty.
Like the novelty of it is
you
worth it.
could show how important a letter is. Like if you took it only marginally more seriously than just one letter balloon, every page you could just letter the whole thing as though it's taking place. It's someone blind or something, you know, and just have the lettering tell the story. That could actually be really interesting. That would be a writing challenge. But if you just, I love that idea. Actually, you could do.
I want to do that now.
Black
That'd be
pages.
great.
Can't see anything, but just lettering. I like that.
Let's do it because everybody's like, "Oh, that Snake Eyes issue. There's no lettering. It's such great storytelling." It's like, yeah, but you can't actually. There's no words. You can't read it.
There's no.
Mine's going to be words.
Do the opposite. You should do that.
I should do that.
Okay, Eric, I got to ask you about the artwork on this chapter. It feels like a long time ago that you were well finished with this midsummer last year, and here we are. But It looked great. It turned out great. I gotta say, this panel right here is probably one of my favorite in the whole story. There are a
It is
lot of
pretty.
good ones.
It's
That's
pretty
yeah.
dynamic. I love it.
You had given me the prompt to like make it look like he was being wrenched in a very unnatural way,
Yeah.
and I figure if that's not breaking bones in there, he's getting real close to it. So
Right. Yeah.
I
It's
love that panel from beyond the white, that the helmet is
how it
getting
breaks through.
pulled out.
and the helmet gets popped
Right here.
off.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that whole page, that's killer. And which is, to me, that seems a little hard. And even like when I'm writing, I think of, if there's an action, you only have one image to show it. So pulling off a helmet and throwing it aside.
Mm-hmm.
But this, it totally reads exactly like that. He's getting ready to pop it off, pulls it off. There we go. That's the first time you ever see the Monstro's head unhelmeted. It's the back of his head, but yeah, there you go. Really good stuff.
I don't remember that last panel is not how it was written in the script, but whatever you wrote, I didn't like it.
That's okay.
So I was like, I'm just going to draw a hand.
Yeah, I think I think every artist I've ever worked with does that. I know Nacho does it too. Well, we talked about then Monstro uses his chain to tie up the bad guy or whatever. Domri, and Nacho's like, there's no chain, so he had to draw a panel of him
I forgot the chain.
getting a chain.
Yeah. I actually drew myself into a corner with Battlebrick Road because we've been sort of doing a lot of edits to the fourth chapter, which I haven't. I did layouts for, but then we're like, we gotta fix it. There was some story beats that were happening too quickly, but I drew myself into a corner. I as I was looking back into chapter 3, the little storytelling stuff that, like a chain that you don't think about, like a Scarecrow gets. I've shown the pages online I think before, but Scarecrow gets lifted up by his neck, and prior to that he has a pistol in one hand and one of his sides in the other, and when he's up by the neck, he's holding on to it, and I didn't draw like the weapons falling to the ground, and then the next page I have to like reconcile that he had picked them up at some point too. So those little tiny things you try to not forget about.
Yeah. It's cool. I love seeing it, and just being a part of the process, a little part of the process.
I remember that the first comics I've made, the first pages I've made, I always have this little inconvenience. I've been always forgetting something, doing some clothes, like, I don't know.
Yeah, for like continuity. Or
Continuity.
just
now I'm kind of more anxious, tired.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, I think
Sorry.
I think
I'm just trying to.
I think I know what you're trying to say. I think the more experience you get with art, you do remember the small stuff where I think you're so focused on, when you're more amateur or newer, you're focused on like just trying to get drawing correctly.
Yeah.
How do I get the face right? How do I get hands right? Where if you've got those sort of locked in a little bit easier, then you're not spending that mental energy trying to figure out how to draw hands, and you can remember, oh yeah, they have a belt strap on their leg holster or whatever that you might have forgotten about, a year ago or 2 years ago, whatever.
See, and what I do is I'll do the script, and then you guys draw it, and then when I get it back, I think, oh shoot, I forgot this, and then I have to add extra before I send you, Eric, the lettering script.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add a few things, in the dialogue to make sure that it all works. But probably if I was better, I would do that first. Inevitably, I always find stuff I missed.
I prefer lettering scripts. It just makes my life so much easier because I'll get scripts Most of the time I get the script that is also the exact same script that's sent to the artist, and there's all panel descriptions and all of that, which can be helpful, but sometimes, for the most part, it kind of gets in the way of me just trying to find, because I'm a bit dyslexic, so I see all the words and I'm just like trying to
important parts,
get to the stuff that I need. So yeah.
Cam, great to see you here.
What's up, Cam?
Thank you. So far, it's been a fun launch day. It's been great. Let's see, everyone's saying hi. Downcast Battle Brick Road crossover. That would be fun. Sure, there could be a tornado or something that would make that happen. Let's see. Yeah, we got everyone. All right, let me scroll up and we'll talk more about Downcast. But here it is. If you haven't backed it yet, please do check it out. Let me go over here to the not catalog. This is where you can pick up all the other stuff. If you want to add some stuff on, none of it is going to ship until if it's in the same shopping cart as your, your pre-order campaign stuff. It's going to ship at the same time, which will, be when everything's finished. If you want it to ship now, just order it separately. You can do that, and I'll get that shipped out. Excuse me. But here's the pre-order page. We have the main campaign here. We have original sketch card art here. I don't know if you saw this, Eric, but we have you in here as well.
Yeah.
So you can pick Eric Weathers to draw
trying to get more work out of
you.
me. I see how it is.
Yeah, well, and this money will go to you, other than shipping and fees and stuff. But
send me all the sketch cards, then I will do it.
Yeah, this is how help support your boy Eric. Same thing with Nacho here. We just we'll cover shipping, figure shipping out. But this is so you can get these guys paid directly, even more if you want. So you can get sketch cards. You can get sketch covers.
That's right. I have
Makes
sketch
it
covers
fun.
right here. Look at this. Right behind me, ready to go.
It's ready to go. And you've never drawn Carver.
Right there.
That's one thing I've never actually.
Nope.
You've drawn everybody but Carver. So
that's correct.
Whoever gets Eric to draw a Carver, that'll be a first. Yeah.
It will be a first.
So check it out.
I love this. I've told you this in private, but I love the way that this website is set up, and I'm totally stealing it. Unless everybody in chat hates it, then I've changed my mind. But like when you're on the main thing, and you from the drop down menus, and then the image changes, and it's great.
Yeah. On
I love it.
This one.
Yeah. When you go to the menus, you pick your book and then your add-ons, and
I like it.
Choice USDA Prime cuts here. I really like that.
This actually took hours just because I had to Photoshop each of these combinations.
Yeah.
And then put them all together. But the nice thing is it's like totally customized. And then I wanted it to be clear what you're getting. Visually you can see it. And then the new readers, perfect for, I figured if you're a new reader, you might need that much help to just know that this is an appropriate one to pick.
You are designing the entire website?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, cool.
So it was, this is a Shopify site, so it wasn't like totally from scratch, but I pulled from a few other websites and copied some stuff that they did, put in some new plugins. This whole banner right here is a free plugin, and you can do a lot of different things with banners in different places for free, which is actually really helpful. This little guy right here is a different plugin. So you get your free trading card pack if you spend $60, I believe it is. So yeah, it worked out. So far I'm really liking it. And I don't know how we missed it, but we've got 55 backers now. So thank you so much for backing the campaign. We appreciate it. Let's see. Jefferson Roswell is here. Congrats for a great start on your own website. Thank you. Yeah, it's functioning. I was telling Eric, I'm tempted to put other books on here. Like I'm thinking of books from people, they've already funded it, they don't have a way to sell them later, and then making a like bundle package. I could say, hey, you like westerns? Here's a western package, and you have Six Gun Gorilla, and you have.
Michael Bancroft would like to speak with you.
Oh, does he want the link too?
No,
Am I missing it?
no,
Oh,
you're kind of describing CG now.
kind of, but it's just
Do you want?
a place to see books. There, you order them separately, right? They're not like shipped
Yeah,
from the
you
same
go.
place.
Yeah, you go to their website. Like if somebody
Right.
goes to CG now and they back Battlebrick Road, it doesn't go through Mike. It just goes to my website.
Gotcha. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptake, but no.
Yeah, I know.
The difference would be you'd package it together and say, and like put ads behind it and stuff. So the goal would be just to be selling it to people that, hey, we're gonna curate some comic books for you. I don't know. I've got to look into it a little bit more, but I think it would be kind of cool. I don't know, and just kind of give people more ways to sell their books. So
Yeah.
Matthew Fowler says that gator looks dope. Appreciate that. Yeah, they do look awesome. I've got to look. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up some more, Eric, because I didn't show enough. Better move that aside. Let's see.
You're only you can show everything but the last page. At least that's what you told me.
That is, yeah, it's true.
And that's my favorite page, and I can't show it off.
It's because it's their big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
gotta protect it. Let's see. I'll pull this over here. This is page 20. We're not gonna show that, but
Don't show that.
have we seen this page? We did. That's on the campaign, right? Him being thrown.
I think so.
Yeah, and there's these tentacles. They don't know where this guy's coming from, but he's got extremely long tentacles, and they just pop up from the ocean floor. And it's almost this unsolvable problem that he's got to deal with. Here we go. Here's I don't think this one's on the campaign, but I have shown it off like in the trailer.
Yeah. I haven't seen these pages in a while. I forgot. Like I'm looking at them thinking, wow, this is pretty good. I'm also looking at them thinking, I could have done better here. That's just the curse of the artist.
Yeah, you got to do it. And I look at it and I just think they look awesome. But here's this one right here. This is a giant eye, and in context, it'll make more sense too. I don't want to give away too much, but this is before. Actually, let's.
Yeah, I've seen the next page.
What happens after?
Yeah, the next panel, I think.
Yeah, that next page is the big reveal of what it's attached to that
I've
eyeball.
seen it sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we can show that one too. But
You could show that when you reach 100 backers.
There we go. We need to reach 100 backers. This is page 1, and there's a part where so in Eric's story in page 1, it shows right here we've got the lighthouse and everything. This is Eve, important character to the story. And if I ever do a Monstro, like his own mini series or something, she's a really important part of his backstory. I had this whole thing like fleshed out that I wanted to do, but I had to like kind of rein it in a little bit and one thing at a time. But I'd love to do a Monstro. It would be like not his origin story, but after, his life before Strata. But this is your page 1, and then the last page on chapter 1, it ends right here too. So you see basically the way Nacho drew it is this lighthouse is all beaten up and dilapidated and stuff, and then the next page, next chapter, you see it, everything's clean and fresh. So it's just cool to have both of you drawing the same location, a couple of the same characters. It makes it fun. Let's see, I gotta open up this page right here. This is not the spoiler alert. Oh no, did we see this one? Was this on the campaign?
Yeah, it was.
That's the same page. Hold on. It's right here.
Is this your first time?
It feels like it, man. I've not been streaming very much. There we go. I'll back up a little bit, but there's a giant octopus.
Yeah. That's what that is.
I totally forgot about this is the alligator character that will remain nameless right now, but yeah, cool stuff.
I don't remember her name. So your secret's safe with me.
It's because I want to change her name. There we go. Another cool page. All of this did this get tiresome to draw all underwater stuff?
No. That's what I'm looking at, thinking I needed to draw more life underwater, more fish and anemones and sea cucumbers and dolphins and puffer fish and other such creatures that live in the ocean.
Between the action lines.
Betweenst the sky and the ground, the water. Wait, I just wanted to say betweenst.
Betweenst.
Yeah.
Yeah. That...
Some underwater plants.
Yeah. So something leafy.
Yeah,
but I didn't do that.
Yeah, that things happens. You finish the page and you.
Oh, that's so bad.
You just find that you miss a lot of things to do. That you are focusing in one thing and then you pass some others that could be cool.
Yeah.
100%.
But it's too late. We need to finish the book.
Yeah.
We cannot.
Yeah, I had to move on because
sometimes I come back and do it again, and it's why I sometimes I run late.
Yeah,
I cannot live with that. Sometimes when I really think that it's something that is going up too much to the book, I redo it.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yeah.
Clint, this is enough Downcast talk. You need to share my screen.
Okay. All right.
We've been talking about Downcast for like 6 hours. Come on, man.
It's like what are we here for? Come on.
Yeah,
Right,
we're here for
sharing.
this.
Ooh.
Now, people are going to say that Adam Lawson and Vaughn thought of it first, but when I announced it, Adam reached out to me and said, I think I like that idea. I feel like that's might be revisionist history, but I came up with this idea first. Battlefield Road 2 will have a vinyl soundtrack. I'm going to get it pressed, I think, at Third Man Records. But
Jack White do it.
I'm going to have him personally stamp each one. I'll make sure of it.
Nice.
And there'll be no way you can prove me wrong. Unless you work there. But I made a little trailer and it's still unlisted. So it's on the campaign page and I think it works. I'm always signing you can look at any unlisted video, I think, if you have the link. So here's a 30-second teaser of the music. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start over because it's super epic. Anyways, that's from Vosto. He's
all you need is a Fiverr voiceover.
Yeah.
You've made the music.
Yeah.
No, we hired out a musician, a synthwave musician named Vosto. He's done music for a lot of different CG books. He did music for The Lost Pages and Monster MD and Terror in the Trenches and other books that Carlo Rose book. What's that called?
Deathsworn?
Deathsworn. Yeah, and a handful. Actually, there's a playlist on Spotify of that thing. It's called Comics Wave Volume 1. And it's really rad. But we're gonna have that, and I gotta talk to him about. I want to put the Battle Brick Road soundtrack also on Spotify, just those two songs with the artwork and all of that. But we're gonna do a 7-inch vinyl along with the book, and I'm really looking forward to that because that's one of my other hobbies. So I thought I'd throw it in. And at the time, I was the only one that did it, and then Vaughn's coming in here saying he's doing it, and now I gotta try and play catch up.
Everyone's doing it. We have 56 backers now. Thanks everybody for
56.
supporting it. Appreciate it. Rex Doom, hello. Meth Comics, okay. Alternative Forever, sure. Were you doing the well noises in the background? It almost sounded like a well, Eric.
There's no whales involved in Battle Rick Road. I don't know who started that rumor, but I need to squash it.
It was all Eric. Bye, Christina. Have a good Easter. Good stuff.
Oh, Mario's out. Are you guys going to see Mario?
I would like. My kids want to see it. Have you seen it?
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
No.
It's out.
Yeah, it came out yesterday, I think, officially.
Oh, okay.
At least here in the U.S.
Yeah, I've seen it. I have not seen it.
I was really excited about it, and then I learned that Seth Rogen was playing Donkey Kong, and I didn't want to see it anymore. I've still now I'm like, I could wait and rent it. I mean, I'm sure the boys will talk me into it, but I can wait. I can, even if it's the greatest animated movie of all time, if it's Seth Rogen talking in it, I can't do it. And that's another reason. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, every time I hear his voice, I just think of that blob from the Monsters vs. Alien movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I think about. Anyway, continue.
I was equally disappointed to hear that new Ninja Turtles movie, which the animation, I love the animation. I don't like April's design, but the animation itself reminds me of an artist named Marco Bucci. But that whole aesthetic to that is fantastic, and it's like from the mind of Seth Rogen. I'm like, oh my gosh! And he's like Bebop or Rocksteady. I don't have any love for the Seth Rogen, because it's just his weird voice, and it makes me not want to watch it. But
so I know I'm like, Ninja Turtle movies. I love the Ninja Turtles, and I'll watch everything. But most movies that have come out for a very long time have just not been very good. Snuggy Jr. says, I'm doing a soundtrack for Bookmark versus Magnet.
you should.
That round 2 of bookmarks versus stickers.
Yeah, I guess Bookmarks won.
Team.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, I was team sticker. Actually, now I'm offended. Nothing sells Downcast like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Seth Rogen. I know, right? That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Seth
I agree.
Pisses on a lot of IPs these days. The Boys is good though.
I got Bookmarks right here. Look at that. There's even a Downcast one in here.
Here, I'm gonna solo. There you go.
I'm designing some bookmarks for somebody, and I was like, what have other people done? So I pulled out. I had my my drawer of knickknacks, and there we go. We got Downcast.
Nice.
Look at that. I had your other one here. I don't know where it went with the Kyung Lee candy designs.
Oh yeah. I have too many bookmarks.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Thank you.
I casually mentioned in the one video that I accidentally ordered 20,000 bookmarks, and everyone was like, wait, what? I'm not even kidding. It was actually not that expensive though, because the difference between 2,000, I was trying to order 2,000 bookmarks, and for some reason, I don't know, I was in a hurry, I guess, and didn't think much of it, but the price wasn't so outrageous. It was still under $200 to order all those bookmarks. But then when they
under $200 for 20,000,
yeah, it was really cheap. So they arrive in 3 boxes of bookmarks, and I get them. I'm thinking, these are bookmarks. I probably have some trading cards in this other box, and then realizing they're on the same ticket. So I open them, and they're all bookmarks, and I had to think through it. And then I went back and checked my invoice, and it was 20,000 bookmarks. That's so many bookmarks.
you could hand those out at a few hockey games, local, and still have boxes left over.
Tons. I gave 1 box to an elementary school. I'm thinking about, and that was too many. They're like, we don't want that many bookmarks. And I was like, hey, take it or leave it, you know. So I gave them an entire box. These are big boxes too.
You're gonna take these bookmarks.
I take them. So I was thinking about dropping the other ones off at a library. There's just
The crazy man of the bookmarks.
yeah, there's
Here he is
so-
again.
You know,
So
Here's
many.
again.
They're gonna like call the
Call
police.
the
on me.
police.
That bookmark guy. What's his problem? Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I didn't. I felt so stupid. But the main thing was like, how much did I pay for these? Did I think I was paying? You know, it was like $170 or something, which is still a lot for bookmarks. You know, when you think about it, but it wasn't. It was fine. Everything was fine. But I thought, did I pay like $1,000 and I didn't know? You know, for these bookmarks, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Oh boy, Vaughn's in the. Did Eric back the bookmarks?
Yeah, Vaughn is.
No. Vaughn's in the chat. What's up? Vaughn was on Reenie's channel last night. That was great. I haven't
Oh yeah.
seen Vaughn. Like he's been making the rounds doing a promo. It's good to see him again. You should send him the link. I'm just saying.
Okay, I can send him a link.
It's your. I mean, I don't want. It's your party, but
You know what? We're just hanging out. So, but he says start Downcast, a charity that gives bookmarks to Down syndrome kids.
it's
Oh,
not a bad idea.
that'll solve everything. It's just bookmarks. Eric, did you back the bookmarks or did you back the stickers?
I did not back out of protest because magnets weren't available.
Yeah. Now
Because I got a new whiteboard and I'm putting magnets on it. It should be magnets versus patches, I think, not magnets versus bookmarks. I feel like there's a weight on the scale here with bookmarks with the whole thing. Nacho, do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah. I prefer the patches too. I believe. I don't know. I'm not a bookmark fan.
See,
That'll
there
be-
you go.
the next campaign, then that'll be it.
It should be.
Vaughn, guys, I love and miss you, but I'm unable to join up. Was coming to show some support. Hey, Vaughn, we appreciate you. I did post the link in Eric's back room.
Oh, who
If-
gave you permission to do that?
You know, I just drop bookmarks off wherever I want. I drop links off. You know, I'm a wild
You are
person.
unhinged.
Yeah. Disappointing. Magnets were the stretch goal. You missed out. So you
I did miss
could have
out.
got them. May the comic gods bless thee. Thanks, Vaughn. Appreciate it. Good stuff. Well, here, I'm gonna refresh this. I have no idea if we got another. There we go. We did get another backer. Not an embarrassing moment. 57 backers. Thank you, everybody. At least on this, the weird part is I want to show the back end like of the analytics because it's kind of
Careful.
amazing. I know, but I can't because I'm afraid it'll show I'll dox somebody. But
We'll dox your back end if nobody wants to see that.
yeah, no one wants to see it. Don't forget here too the pre-order section here. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. This is if you want to get original sketch material, if you want to get the original cover, the coveted original Matt Weldon cover, or if you want to get drawn into the book and be enshrined in Downcast history forever by the hand of Nacho. He always does a good job on those too. No bookmark fans on the panel. You know?
Hey, it's a tough life, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta walk the road less traveled. And that road does not involve bookmarks because I don't read.
Doesn't read.
I don't read.
You never read comics growing up? Or were you... No. You just looked at the pictures.
I looked at them. Yep.
How about you, Nacho? Did you read... What were your comics that you read growing up?
Not too much. No, I began reading, I believe, 15, 16, something like that. I think I began with Spawn.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I think of Greg Capullo, too, when I think of Spawn. I mean, Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Greg Capullo, yeah. Nice. I didn't start reading comics until I was 21. I mean, I
Really?
had read a few, but that's when I like got into comics. Um, and I'm working on a video, but I made some custom bound comics. I'm doing the covers right now. Have you ever seen this, Eric? How it works? You get a stack of single issues from whatever run that you want to bind together, and but it's
Mm-hmm.
going to destroy the comics. Like you can't, they're going to lose value. So if you're worried about single issue value, it's not for you. But you send them into a binder in whatever order you want. They'll bind them, and they'll the way I'm doing it is I'm sending them the artwork for the cover so I can design the cover exactly how I want. And
Mm-hmm.
then back in the mail, you get a hardcover version of those comic books. And so
That's
they're all single
pretty
issues bound
legit.
together. It's cool, yeah. So I'm actually
I
having 5 of these done, and I've been recording videos of it along the way, but I'm gonna post it all at once in one big video that shows you the whole process because it's pretty cool. So
I have 27 long boxes that I'm trying to get rid of.
that's what I'm
I don't,
saying.
but they're not mine, so I can't actually bind them. We're trying to make, sell them and make money. I have the guy that does my taxes is a big comic book fan, but he's retiring and downsizing, and he's trying to get rid of his collection. And I said, I know people. So right now we're cataloging everything. Right now, it's uh, mostly DC Silver Age stuff. So it's like early '60s. I mean, all the way up till today, and it's pretty cool to see what he's got. I mean, there's the full run of was it 4 issues of Batman Year One.
Ooh, you have the original issues, like the first
Yeah,
printing.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and there's more. There's more key issues in there. I just don't have them off the top of my head, but we're slowly going through and cataloging it on a spreadsheet, and then I know like Yellow Flash is interested in a lot of what we've got. So we've got buyers. I'm just gonna basically sell to friends right now, and then we'll figure out what to do with the remainder. There's a lot of like Action Comics, Detective Comics. There's a ton. Every Batman you could think of. Superman, Superboy, Legion of Superheroes, Justice League, Justice Society, all that stuff. And then in the Marvel, I think he's got Secret Wars #1. He's got like all the Web of Spider-Man. He's got some insane stuff. But I will not be chopping them up and putting them in hardcover.
No, yeah. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. But I just found that hardcovers are
No.
nice. I've been liking them more because they take up less room.
Mm-hmm.
They look nice. But yeah,
I could see that. Like the older I get, the less I'm into the collecting of much. In the comics, I'm looking at them thinking, they just sit in a box. I prefer to, if I'm going to have it on a shelf where there's a spine and it looks nice, and I like that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I only buying hardcovers so right now.
yeah.
It-
It makes me just want to just do hardcovers for everything I make, but
it's not cheap.
that's a
Shipping,
lot. No,
just the freight, like for Dracula to ship, it ended up being 2 pallets worth of boxes because they take up room too.
yeah. I mean, look at
Oh.
this. Hold on.
It's so expensive.
See that? You can't. It's all kind of blown out. That's 26.
Those are long
That's 20.
boxes.
Yeah, those are 20. That's 24 of them, I think. And we consolidated when we lost one. We were able to consolidate, and there's another long box that's just trades, like old trades from the 80s, and then a bunch of short boxes and bankers boxes. So
Nice. Well, see, now you got the chat interested in comic books.
yeah, I'll have a stream once we get it going. I'll have it. You guys will know. Like, and if people want to reach out into DMs and stuff, like I said, like CG and our ilk, you guys, all my friends and all around CG and YouTube and all that, you guys have first dibs, and we'll make sure that we get you good stuff. None of them are graded or anything, but yeah. And if you need photos or whatever, so
Good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know how I got. Oh, you were talking about
Some pre-crisis
destroying comic books.
Batman. Oh yeah, binding. That's the thing is, I would bind them if you have a whole run of something, and if it's obviously something I want, and nothing of like, much value for any given issue. House of Secrets or Spectre as well. They've got a whole list for you. Eric hates comics, says Cam.
Cam's pretty much, he's on the nose. I can't stand him.
Ticks out for Downcast. Thank you. Confirmed, Cam. There you go. Wait, a book is launching. I got some floppies of this. I'm late. What's the pitch? That's a good point.
Let's hear about it. What's Downcast for?
Let's do that. Okay. All right. Actually, I put enough work into this trailer that I gotta show it again. So
do it.
Bear with me. We're gonna share the screen, and apologies in advance if there's echoes. We're gonna try and not talk too much. But here's the trailer. We'll start there.
Every waking moment. Jax and Monstro are hunting for your friends. It's just a matter of time before all those supposed gods are all dead. But you don't really care about them, do you, Carver? Don't ask me why I'm here. Why I came for you instead of them. I ask the questions now, because I need to know. What are you hiding? And what's on the other side of that window? My home has become a hunting ground.
There we go. And that's
I really like that clock.
Ooh. The clock ticking down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are we echoing?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Is that better?
Mm-hmm. I had to hear my own voice. I'm sorry I had to put you guys through that. I don't hear that voice in my own head, but you guys hear that, and I apologize for that voice.
We're
that
subjected to it constantly.
Yeah.
Everybody's their own worst critic, at least when it comes to their voice, I guess.
You already have a lot with my accent.
No,
I love it.
Too.
I like your accent. Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
Good. Yeah, so Downcast Volume 4, it continues on the story from Volume 3, obviously, but it's hunting ground because it's released a whole bunch. I haven't practiced this pitch very much. You can tell a whole bunch of gods have been coming to Strata to see what's going on, and so you've got the Monstro and Jax trying to hunt them. You've got Joanne trying to track down Carver and get to his past and history. A lot of fun things are going to happen. There's a lot of action in this story as well. I think as always in Downcast, it's pretty action packed. There's a lot here. You get a nice flashback, a whole chapter from Eric Weathers doing the art there. You get to learn more about him and some of his past and what's going on. And
Monstro, really not me.
Monstro, not Eric. Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be some similarities. I don't know if Eric's been walking the seafloor at all lately, but it's possible. We'll say that. Let's see. I got some floppies. What's the pitch? There we go. Okay. So Brian Suddenly Old, if you got the floppies, I so appreciate that. You can continue the story here. And I'm not ruling floppies out in the future, and I get that kind of is rough to transition formats perhaps, but the good news is the floppies are pretty darn inexpensive. So
hey, and you can just take them to a hardcover binder and make your own.
That's a good point. Yeah.
See?
That costs a little bit more, but it's worth it. I think I'm going to do more of it, I think.
It's for the true fans out there.
I'd also love to see the Flash comics.
People want my comic books.
Snuggy Jr. thinks that you have a bunch of crappy girl comics like Bonnie Crane, Girl Attorney, Pumpkin and Dumpkin. the Twinkle Twins and Little Niece Knocks. I have no idea. I've never heard of any of those titles.
I don't know. He might have made those up, but if he didn't, there's a good chance that some of those weird, like, we have like Kool-Aid Man #1 in here, and a bunch of Archie stuff.
Kool-Aid
And-
Man number.
Oh, actually,
Oh yeah.
hold on a second. I got something that's actually really cool. I don't know how original it is, but hang on a second. I'm gonna show it off.
Let's do it. Nacho, how are you doing? Because I know you are 3 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, it's getting late here.
Getting late.
I think I'm get going.
Okay.
So
Yeah, hey,
okay.
I appreciate you.
I'm gonna wait for Eric. So
Okay. For sure. Yeah, we'll wait for him to get back.
Don't
right?
leave.
I'm here.
The man's got to sleep. There it is. Let's see.
I thought of all this when I saw this. It's Dick Tracy feature books #4. It's on a frame, but it's the actual book. It's not
That's
just
cool.
a picture. I haven't taken it out. I don't know what year this was printed, but
It's
it's
pressed too.
Nice.
Because it's been in that
Yeah.
frame.
yeah, it's been in that frame. It's all bulging out at the back. You can see some tension in the staples there. But yeah, like I said, there's tons of old stuff there. Nothing as cool as Downcast 4 though.
Naturally. Yeah. And not worth that much. Not worth as much as Downcast 4. Well, I'll just
That's
make
right.
that assertion. Yeah. So there we go.
It's
But
the book.
Nacho, I'll let you get out if you need to go to bed. Thanks for showing up for the stream. It was really good
Okay,
to talk
guys.
to you.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
talk
It's
soon,
good to meet
okay?
you.
Yep. Yeah, we'll do it again. And
Same
we'll
here.
talk. We'll talk on Discord. That's usually how we communicate. So okay.
Okay. Good evening.
See ya.
See
Peace
ya.
out.
All right.
Oh, it's so much quieter now. The background noise. Nacho. He's got motorcycles zooming by and
I don't know if
trains and
you could hear earlier my daughter out here coughing a lung out.
oh no, I wasn't. I was doing a business banking stuff because we were 2 months behind. We try to reconcile receipts and all that stuff. That's what I was doing. That's why I was late. To answer Aldous' question, it is the book. It's just been in a frame for I don't know how long.
Whole book. That's cool.
The whole book.
Any chance of a Cure cover? His monster was fantastic. Ooh. That's a really good idea. On this one, I mean, I would say in the future. On this particular campaign, I just don't like to add a cover later on after the campaign is launched.
Only do it if you get it from Kenneth Rogefort with 2 days left before you close.
That really breathes some fire into a campaign.
It does, yeah. It reignites the passion for the campaign. I'm in that like phase of I mean, I'm sure you were there, like trying to think of what to do with it.
Yeah.
With the like, I don't want to get too gimmicky with it. And I'm not super interested in doing merch. Because I don't know, outside of maybe the t-shirt, maybe because we did a t-shirt at certain tiers you could back. I might do one where like you're doing here, like an add-on.
Yeah.
So I've been looking at Groken 2 like a lot and thinking it's just the books. It's just the books. And I keep telling myself it's kind of all you need, but I have a record, but you know, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, there's the temptation is to add too much, and sometimes it gets expensive with, because thinking of when I did standees and Downcast 3 it did really well. It was like 43,000 or something, but I ended up spending so much money on the fact that I had to do a reprint, the fact that it was like standees, and I mean those weren't terribly expensive, but just all those things added up. So I thought I would do one a lot more simple, especially when you have all these books, just extra books.
That's where I'm at. And You mentioned this earlier for maybe those just showing up don't know. First, I want to answer Aldous' question, 9x12. Is I was like, how are you handling people that are ordering stuff that you already have, like Dracula? And you said that it's just going to all ship together if they order it all together, which I like. Because, I mean, I'm sitting on, a few dozen remaining books of Battlebrick Road, the first printing, but I will have a new cover for the reprint of Battlebrick Road, cover C, and I'm sure I'm going to have some orders where people are trying to get everything.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think they'll just have to set that stuff aside. I hadn't really thought about. I need to because in Shopify you can set how much inventory you have, and you can sell out. And so that's it's good. It's good to have. And then the other thing, I don't know if you've thought about this, but one of the things that I do to sort of that I'm planning on doing, I haven't sold out of my first printing yet, but one of the things I'm planning on doing is to, if I reprint these other covers of the original covers here, I think I got one. I got my own book around here somewhere. Any of the reprints of Battlebrick Road, Chapter 1, it won't have the spot gloss. So I think any reprints will just be regular glossy cover. And that way it sort of sets apart the crowdfund version from the rest. The crowdfunds will always have the spot gloss, and then any subsequent reprints won't. I'm still debating on whether or not to do that spot gloss in Kelsey Shannon's cover for the reprint, since it's sort of in a gray spot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. There's just so much to it.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing too is when you add the special cover treatments like that, spot gloss and foil stamping, there's more that can go wrong, and I always end up with a pile of damaged books, or they're I guess maybe we'd consider them misprints, but it's just the cover things are off a little bit. The UV gloss is off, or the more often than not, the foil stamp is off like half an inch, and that you can't sell that like a regular book. So it doesn't happen, enough that it's like a massive nightmare, but it's still, I mean, the otherwise perfectly good books. So
and a lot of people like to have a reader copy or don't care if it's like, I buy used books all the time. Like, I don't care about condition.
Yeah.
I prefer, let me put it this way. I prefer to buy them used, because if I get them new, I don't want to even open them because they look so nice. But if I buy it used, I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'm weird like that. My wife and I have a debate about who likes books more, because she says if you like the book, it should be all beat up and worn and dog-eared. And I say, if you like the book, it's not been touched. So
yeah, I like to read books, but it just peeves me to have. I need to have it in good condition, even if there's just a novel, like a paperback.
I don't know what that
want
is.
it to be nice.
Yeah, like, why do I care? I read occasionally. Like, I think the last thing I read was The Last Ronin. But even when I'm reading that, I'm like laying in bed reading it, and I'm like very gingerly turning. It's like, I'm not gonna resell it. Like, I don't know why I'm getting so weird about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just keeping it nice. I don't know. Most of the time it sits on the shelf too, or in a long box or whatever on a rack or something. I want it to be nice. There's also knowing resale value. I just get some satisfaction knowing if I had to, I could sell this.
If you had to.
Yeah, it's like I'm no plans to, but who knows? Hojo, Hale got the message. Hey, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Rockefort is Team Bookmark.
He is Team Bookmark.
Is that? Oh, we hit. So I'm so out of order. Everyone's saying hello. Okay, if it's 9x12, that's the 1982 reprint by Dell. I'm interested.
Excellent.
Good stuff. Cam Dion. Oh, that's for Cam.
Private conversations in chat there, Clint.
I know. I'm just whipping through it. There, Aaron Olson. That's why you buy 2 copies. That's how you know you really like a book, right? You've got 2 copies.
That's right. Yep. That's right.
That's the one thing about a variant cover that I like. No, I like the option actually. Usually from a reader's perspective, I like having a choice of cover. If you really want to keep one nice, having two and then you pick one that's your reader's copy and one that's your nice copy, that's a good way to go.
Yeah. I still think one of my favorite, I don't know if I have it behind me or in the long box, but one of my favorite trades that we got through all this crowdfunding stuff was Red Rooster. I love how they did that cover with the die cut circle with the logo with the gold foil, and you could take that off and it
Yeah.
was like a dust jacket on a soft cover. I never seen anything like that before. I really, really dug it.
Yeah.
And then my mom and my wife were at the Goodwill a couple months ago, and I'm gonna go grab it. She texted me. She's like, "Do you want me to get this for you?" And it's this DC thing. Hold on a sec.
You're good. I'd say I'll catch up on the chat, but I've done that now. I'll get your Ian Fleming and Roald Dahl books before they rewrite them all.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like
So it's this.
it's crazy.
It's this DC year by year. It's in terrible condition, but she sent me a picture. And I was like, "Well, that's Joe Mad art, so yes." But it's this 3 hardcover like slip. This is what I wanted. I see stuff like this, and I think that's what I need to do with Battlebrook Road. You know, you have one of the brick things here,
Oh
but
yeah.
it slips out, and it's the line art of the cover,
Wow.
and then within that is the books.
So it's like a double.
It's like a double. Yeah, it's a double slip case. So
That's
then
cool.
it's really, really rad. And I just see stuff like this and think that's how deluxe I want to go when it comes to like the final thing. And doing fun things like that. Like I have other book ideas. I think all the rest of my books, I feel like they should just be one shots, just one and done, whether it's, 50 pages or 75 or 150 or whatever. I don't want to do like a bunch of different things. I want to get them done and get the crowdfund or however, and get in and get out. But it's fun to think about all the different things ways that you can print things. And
now, if you only had infinite resources, I wonder how much something like that would cost. Even an omnibus to do like when I say omnibus, it's oversized because every omnibus I've ever seen is oversized. So you'd have to match that. But I know that the printing dimensions, when you get bigger like that, it gets significantly more expensive to print.
Yeah. And then the shipping weight.
Yeah. Yeah. It matters.
It does.
Yeah, it's wild. Let's see, Aaron.
Sorry, I have to stand.
You're good. I feel like I have deteriorated as a streamer so much in the past year that it's kind of ridiculous. But
you can see it. You can see the lines in your face.
It's so ridiculous. Aaron Olsen said, just bought Downcast 4 confirmed, but if I buy both covers, do I then need to buy 4 comics if you want to read them all? That's it. Yeah, if you want to keep one in nice condition of each cover, that complicates things, huh?
It does.
Appreciate it, Aaron. We're at 59 backers. Our goal of 100 backers. It's not looking so far away. 41. There we go. I can do math. Is it hard not to get depressed seeing anything DC these days? I can't look.
For me, I never get excited about DC. I was not a DC guy. So.
Yeah, me either. I was definitely more of a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
But it's weird because I think in a way the movies, just superhero movies in general, have worn me out on superheroes.
Have they? Is it because there's so many superheroes or just because they haven't been good?
I mean, I watched through, I love the Daredevil series on Netflix. I watched all the Marvel movies through the whole Infinity War ending, but to me that was the end. Now everything happening now, I don't even attempt to keep up. So I don't know if they're good or bad. I've not heard good things, but
Yeah.
I just don't care anymore. So I don't know. I do get burned out on superheroes, but I'm wondering, does that translate to comics? Is that what's going on? I just would rather read other stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's superhero fatigue or if it's just bad movie fatigue,
Yeah.
because leading up and including Endgame, I was like, I felt they tied it up with a bow. It was they had their issues, but overall, I really enjoyed it. I just think if now we can transition to good video game movies. We got Super Mario Brothers, right? Let's get a Luigi's Mansion. Let's get a Metroid, Legend of Zelda, Kirby, and let's throw them all together and then MCU this thing and make like a Smash Brothers movie at the very end
There
in
you
like
go.
8 years. That's what I want to see.
That big. I think if they did a trilogy or something, that would be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want another Marvel Cinematic Universe sized. It's like it is a chore now to rewatch any of it.
And the funny thing is the special effects don't hold up on some of those either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, some of it's straight up embarrassing. Blue Samurai Zero says, "Whoa, I haven't seen Eric in a long time."
Here I am
He
in the
just
flesh.
lives in a cave. That's what it is.
We should
LA
stream more. There's a lot of reunions happening in here. There's you and I haven't streamed in a while. People haven't seen me in a while.
Yeah.
Meeting Nacho. We got people in chat like, hey, how's it going?
Yo.
We should stream more together.
know.
We're bringing people together.
I like it. I don't know. I'm so conflicted about streaming every time. Okay, most of the time when I'm streaming and just hanging out, I have a good time. I like talking and catching up. I like hanging out with you. But it's like before you stream, it's kind of like, ugh, do I really want to spend my whole evening doing that? You know what I mean? Like you get that feeling. And I get that there are some people that just love streaming, but I'm an introvert. It's exhausting. I'm tired
Same.
for like 2 days after.
I'm gonna be wore out after this because I'm not very I don't. I'm getting more like I'm very like just leave me alone. I just don't talk to me.
Right.
I'm getting out of that a little bit, but it requires a lot of energy expenditure for me to. Hey, kids, comics.
I know. I know. The other thing too is I feel a need to be like, let's bring up a culture war issue. I really I see it all the time, but I'm actually it's not fun to me. It's just troubling, like I've passed the point of making fun of it, or I just like, I don't know. It's tough. It really is. It's not everybody's cut out to be an amazing streamer. However, if I think of it as, we're just hanging out, if we're making comics right now, I wish there was some way that I could participate and like write or something. I mean, I can draw for fun, but to do something actually,
we could tear apart your lettering again. That was fun.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, that never gets old. But looking at like old artwork and stuff too, there's some bad stuff. Eric's beard is on point tonight. He cuts the long hair and the beard just pops.
Thank you, Aaron. It's been a long time.
But
I do have
longer though now, is it not?
It is, yeah. He's saying I cut my long hair off.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head. Now I have a long beard. I have that Viking haircut, but I always put it up under hat, and I need to trim. I got the Peaky Blinders going on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Would it be weird if we streamed and like played a video game on stream? Would that be weird?
No, I mean Rob and Mike and Camel do that every week.
Oh, do they? I didn't.
Yeah.
So
people like watching people play video games.
I know. I'm like, there's a whole massive industry of that out there.
I kind of want to, if I wasn't already like working full time, twice over, plus drawing my own book, I would just try to reach a different audience on Twitch just by playing like Diablo or something.
Yeah.
But I could do that right now, but just be once a week.
Yeah.
But then I think, well, that I have a million thoughts about that, but
Well, it's a whole other market, which is it's tough. I don't know. Yeah, I just think though, I would like to, rather than just, hey, I'm on stream and now I'm entertaining, that it's just so unnatural to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or be the newsman. That I did that for so long, and it's really hard to bring myself to do it. But doing something fun on stream where the focus isn't me being entertaining, just doing something, that sounds more appealing to me.
we need to do another mousetrap. You weren't there for that, were you?
No, I was not. That's a good idea though. You're drawing with just the mouse,
stream.
right?
Yep. Not only that, but you're drawing with mouse with your non-dominant hand. I gotta fire up another mousetrap stream here soon.
Yeah, that would be fun. I would totally do that. We have 60 backers. Brian Suddenly Old. This may have been you. I don't know how far.
Excellent.
Just backed via Amazon. That was interesting. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is you can use PayPal, you can use Shop Pay, you can use Amazon, you could just use your credit card. There's so many ways to pay, which is nice. I wonder, this is all an experiment too, but I wonder for how many people it's like, I don't know, this is off-putting. So far I haven't heard any complaints, but I don't know, I just wonder. The coloring looks different with the camera angle.
He's talking about my hair, my beard.
Your beard looks like it has more salt and pepper to it. Is that
there's
correct?
There's a little bit of some spice down here.
Yeah. Lots of love in Sweetie's stream. Yeah, thank you. Everyone's saying hi. I say the earlier ones hold better special effects wise than the later ones. Seriously, watch Iron Man 1.
He's got a point. Like we were, my sons still watch them, and they watched Iron Man 1 recently, and that was basically all practical effects. And then last week we watched Civil War, and it's just floating heads on bad CGI bodies. It's really bad. It's funny. It's really silly looking.
Yeah, you wonder sometimes why. Like you'd think it'd get better, but I don't know if they were just pumping them out. There's so many movies. When you look at them in a list, and then you think about how many hours it would take to just binge watch them all, I don't know. It's overwhelming. Funny streams are easy for me. You have to be funny to make a funny stream, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
F the culture war. That's seriously where I
like what Jeremy's doing, because he's like a big, I want to say Lord of the Rings, the other one with the nudity, Game of Thrones fan, and he made this massive Game of Thrones channel when the new one came out. That's what I like to see, is people excited about stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally. And it's and like Cam here says, it's easier when you're naturally angry. I totally get that. And I was, initially, just in Comicsgate, I was making videos because I was angry, and I had stuff to say about it. I'm not angry. I just want, I don't know. I'm looking for what's next now. And we're making comic books and stuff. That's awesome. I just got to think of a way to apply something new to YouTube that's exciting and fun, and culture war is like a dream versus politics.
Yeah. If it was only
a culture war, that's the thing too, is it almost seems, and I get that culture and politics are tightly related, whatever, what's the quote, politics are downstream culture, yeah, but politics sometimes, especially as of lately, I just feel like it dwarfs, like what's the latest culture war thing? I can't even think about it. Like whatever entertainment crap they're making, it sucks. But what's happening in current politics right now is so much more upsetting that I don't know. It feels like I don't know. I'm hoping you guys understand what I mean because I can't explain what I mean.
Anyways,
I will be playing Diablo 4 nightly.
yes,
Cam.
Cam, dude, I played the Diablo 4 beta, and I played the Necromancer because Corpse Explosion is amazing. It's the best attack what's skill that you can use in that game. It's so much fun. And then I just was like, all right, I gotta play Diablo now. I have Diablo 2, Immortal 3. I've just been jumping through all of them. Just I can't wait for Diablo 4. And the art style in that game is so good. It is amazing. I am in love with the art direction they are doing with Diablo 4. They've got Pyotr Jablonsky. He's a Russian guy. He's one of their key artists doing their key art for like the splash screens and the promotional art for the stuff. And he's one of those Eastern, like former Soviet Union, Eastern Bloc, like painters. And they all have this drab, dreary, muted, just amazing art style. And they all paint like this because they just live in this desolate world, and it just seeps through their paintings, and I love it. And they took that and just injected it straight into Diablo 4, and it is absolutely wonderful. I want to tear into everything with that, all the art, all the designs, everything. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's where all the talent went from comics. They're in video games because that's where the money is.
Yeah. I think that's where the passion is too.
Yeah.
It's not just the money. I mean, there are passionate comic book creators out there, don't get me wrong, but there's something about, I've had the privilege of being able to work with Algo Studios on some stuff. And I can't show anything yet, but I've done trading card art and video game concept art. And it's just been a blast.
Nice.
To be able to do that kind of stuff. That's where even when I'm making comics, I'm thinking about how it would be. I'm thinking about it as a video game. Battle Brick Road was that way, the whole entire concept for that. I have another one that I'm working on that I want it to just feel like a game. It's either that or make it a game somehow,
Right. Yeah, that's cool. Blue Samurai Zero says, as one who pokes through the pieces of every campaign looking for trading cards, I found there's no digital catch-up. Strokes beard. I overlooked that. A digital catch-up. A new reader's digital version. That's a good idea.
Got to throw it up there.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. For sure. Your current event videos were good, sweetie. The old days. I know it was, again, though, I was really enjoying doing it,
Mm-hmm.
And
you don't anymore.
I don't.
Yeah.
And I can't, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know how to explain it, but or when I started making videos to people, I would explain this to people in real life. Like, hey, I started making videos about this really specific thing in comic books, and they look at me like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it has, it's not like kids comic book stuff. It's like adult business, culture war, politics comic books. And I just get the weirdest looks, like trying to explain. And then everybody would say, well, aren't you going to run out of, are you going to run out of material to talk about? Like, what could you possibly talk about? I remember saying, no, I'll never run out. But I went for years of, just every single night making a video, and there was always something. Now it's like, it's just the same. It just feels like rinse and repeat as far as just news, comic book news stuff. I don't know. Yeah, Aaron Olson says, I shared an Allegiance comic with the U.S. Marshal because he told me they have a tribute wall to Bass Reeves in their office. That's cool. And I pointed out the U.S. Army veteran letter among the creators. That's cool.
Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that.
Bass Reeves is my favorite among those Walmart books. I haven't even read it yet. Now
Dude,
I
it's
want
really
to.
good. And
I
David
have it.
Williams' artwork is fantastic. The story's great. I just finished lettering a week or two ago. I'm waiting on like proofread edits, but I finished lettering 5 and 6. So the hardcover edition, the final edition, is coming out. I think it's still live. I think you can still back it, but yeah. Or is it live? I don't remember. I get sometimes forget what's live and what's not. So
no, it's all blurred, and I think, oh, I'm waiting for Nora Saga. No, I have it.
Yeah, I got mine.
It's already
my
I already
comps.
have it.
Yeah, I forgot. I think where did I put them? I don't know. That Lee Weeks cover on that is really, really, really good.
Yeah, Aaron Olson says, looking forward to seeing Eric's art in Downcast. I'll scroll down here. This is what we've been seeing. We looked at some others earlier in the stream, but yeah, Eric killed it.
Thank you.
So good. I got to put more pages up here. I have more, so I'll put more up. Yeah, this is fun. This story here too. I'm really proud of the writing in it because like the way I thought about it is just a self-contained short story, but it's not really. It's really important at like when you read it and within the story of Downcast as well. And so, yeah, I don't know, it was just cool. I think people are gonna like this book a lot.
It was a lot of fun to draw. Monstro is just a great character again, but he is. So when you asked me to do it, I was like, yes, absolutely. Even though I'm trying to draw my own book, like I couldn't turn it down. I had to. I was even talking to my wife. I was like, it's gonna set me back a little bit, but like timeline wise, but Monstro's too fun, and it's Clint, and I want to be a part of Downcast, so more than just lettering, and a cover. So, yeah, it's good stuff.
It's cool. It turned out fantastic. I'm really excited to just all together to read it all together. It fits in so nicely. Cam wants to stream it, bro.
Let's stream it, bro. We got to find a good day to do that. Good weekly day to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cam. I have every once in a while I see your Discord, some discussion going on, and I don't pay that much attention, but I know Diablo's been a talking point. I'm skipping ahead a little bit here. David Williams is a fantastic artist and an even higher quality human being. Not sure what kind of idiot would ever pick a fight with him.
I don't know. Who would ever care to do that?
I feel like
seems like a silly thing to do.
I feel like there's some history there. I don't know. Deadlight Plus. Hello. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but welcome. Hello. I've only /read Fatal and loved it. Definitely going to pick up a copy of Dracula and the first volume of Downcast. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you liked Fatal, the nice thing about Downcast is there's a lot of story already. So you can get in and do some binge reading and catch up. So welcome, Deadlight Plus. Glad to have you here. Lee Weeks is underrated. Oi, fight
Agreed.
me. I thought he was going to say oil fight me.
Oil fight me.
Like that's like what's that show? Zoolander? Gasoline.
I guess
that's immediately what I started thinking about.
I had one of those moments. Like I've been married for 15 years, going on 16 years, and they say you learn something new every day, and sometimes you learn something new about your spouse you never knew. We were, I forget how it got brought up, but I mentioned Zoolander, and my wife's like, I've never seen Zoolander, and I realized just how much of a failure of a husband I was because she had never seen that movie.
Yeah.
So we have to fix that.
I went back.
I think it was like, I didn't know they made a second one. I think that's what it was. And she's like, I don't think I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
It's like oh my gosh, we have to. So like, so I'm thinking like all the time I'm like, get that reference.
No, shit.
No idea.
Merman.
No clue. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I went back and watched that. It's probably been a couple years, but I watched it with my wife. It was like the first time in at least 10 years. I mean, it had been a long time.
Hmm.
I thought there's no way they'd make this movie today. It just couldn't be done. You know, with
That's what makes it great.
yeah, it just couldn't be done. Crazy. Um, yeah, that's a good one. The other one, I think, the last funny movie that was made, The Other Guys. I liked that movie. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But I think that might be it though, and that's not even a new movie. It's pretty old.
Trying to tweet out to back Downcast 4, and I almost put that Downcast 3. Oh.
Yeah, pick that one up too. You might as well.
Yeah. Might as well grab it.
Yeah.
Guys, back Downcast 4. Hunting Ground. With artwork by me. And letters by me eventually.
Yeah. The lettering is, I mean, we have to finish this last chapter of Downcast 4. Nacho's 2 pages in. I halted everything because of Fatal. I wanted to make sure that we get it finished and shipped, and that the price of shipping was just astronomical, you know, compared to what it was 2 years ago when I thought it would be shipping. But so I had to just stop production on Downcast, unfortunately, but we're back up and running again. It feels good.
You've got somehow you can get free shipping.
Yes, you can. In fact, if you pull up this little gift box at the bottom here, if you put something in your cart, it'll tell you how close you are to getting free shipping. In fact, this says I'm $55 away. I think it was $75 you get free shipping. The thought here, and it's domestic only. I'm not going to ship to New Zealand free shipping, so I'm sorry. But yeah, it's one of those. I just thought if you're putting together a collector's bundle kind of thing, yeah, why not? You get free shipping too. But you also get a trading card set. I saw Blue Samurai Zero say something about that earlier. I meant to mention that here. This is where you get it. If you add enough stuff to your cart, it'll activate it. It'll actually just put it in your cart. This has been a kind of a cool plugin that it automatically does that. You don't have to find it.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
that. Has anybody reached out to you and said, I'm waiting for the Indiegogo?
Not yet, but it's possible that someone has emailed me since. I don't know. It's really hard to know, because when I was doing the polls sort of going into this and asking people where they'd want to back, most people were just like, hey, whatever, you know, I'll back wherever. But
yeah,
there were still a significant number of people that said Indiegogo only, you know? So, and I thought I could have launched them both at the same time, but that seemed, I don't really want to have to make people choose. Do you know what I mean? Like it just seems like there's enough decisions to make, like just do this.
Yeah.
I'm more than likely going to launch an Indiegogo as well. The question is when. Probably won't wait too long, but yeah, I just kind of wanted the focus to be here to start off with. So
I love it. Like, I was curious at how you were going to have everything set up, because, you know, Mike's got he's also using Shopify with the Lucent, and he did that reprint of Waking Dream with a new cover, and it was one book, and it went great. And he had the whole like you've got backers. He had a dollar amount.
Yeah.
It is really cool to see the versatility that you can get with something like making your own website for it, because you've got, like, Shane has his, and he made it look exactly like Indiegogo, same kind of layouts and everything. And then here you've got this one, and I love, again, I said it before, but I'll say it again. I'm totally stealing it. You hit the drop down menu, and then that main image changes to sort of, it's like filling your shopping cart, your digital shopping cart, and you get a visual representation of it.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
One of the things I was worried about is that more people would just get the book because you'd have to go out of your way to add other things to the cart, which for sure could happen. But in this case, the fact that they're just right next to each other, I think, I don't know. I right now I haven't even looked to like see what people are backing most.
Mostly my cover, I bet.
Hey, very well could be. That's for sure. I found the card, said Blue Samurai. If you spend $60, I think that's what it is. That's the threshold. Those cards will just be put in your shopping cart, and they're just a bonus. You get them for free. You can buy the cards though too. If you just want to pick some up, you can do that. I was never a big fan of cards, guys, but I'm glad Tigers are excited for them.
Tigers.
I don't know. I'm
Is
just
that right?
a comics guy though, through and through. Yeah, cards. I feel like they've been growing in popularity because people have so many of them, and there are ways to collect and store cards that people are more into it. But yeah,
I like them.
they're cool. I appreciate cards. I also
Big
like
fan.
bookmarks because they're useful. I just have too many now, so now I don't ever want to see bookmarks again.
Snuggie, cover your ears.
I've got a problem with bookmarks now.
You do.
Yeah. But yeah, this is cool. The back end, I'll just tell you about it for a minute here. Oh, wait, I think I got to refresh this. Oh, this says 60. That tells me, because on the back end, technically there's more than 60 backers because people are getting these items too, and those are not calculated in the backer number.
Yeah.
I know. It's like there's not a perfect solution for it, and that's why the whole number thing got a little confusing. But this, yeah, so but I can see on the back end how much we've raised ish, and you know how many orders I have and everything. Anyway, somebody got something here or somewhere else in the store. I will say that much. That's all I know.
Okay.
So appreciate you, whoever that was. Beyond the back end, there's a thing where you can see the live view. I'm doing it right now. I'm not showing it because I don't want to.
I wouldn't.
I just want to show this one.
Snuggie has a question. He says, "Are they wax packs?"
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, they'll be wax packs. I always just say trading card pack to leave the door open for me to do a different packaging format. But I really like the wax packs.
Like a rubber band.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just bundled together to rubber band.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the plan is to do a wax pack. I'm sure I'll do a wax pack. I don't know. I'd change my mind. Anyway, I'll have to show you this after the stream. I don't think there's anything that would dox anybody, but I'm not 100% sure. But you get a view of the globe. It shows the whole world. And then it'll show you where backers are from. Like just, from space view. And it'll show you how many people are currently on the site at any given time, which is also really cool. You can see how many active shopping carts there are. So that would be people putting stuff in their shopping cart and considering what they're going to get. Then you have people checking out. Tells you how many people are. There's one person right now checking out. So that's
really cool. It's live.
It's live, yes.
That's crazy. Speaking of trading cards, I do have my packs, but they're just in these little.
The plastic.
The plastic, yeah.
Yeah, and those are great.
They are. They ship great. I need to get some flat mailers so that I can sell these individually. I'm reworking my own web store again, so like I have my big cartel, which is now the free plan, so I can only sell 5 things at a time, 5 products. But I'm putting together the other website that will transition over, and we'll have all that other stuff, the prints and the stickers and all that. So
nice.
Oh, look what's on screen.
Oh yeah, I don't know how long this was waiting there. Sorry.
These are the flats. It's being colored right now. Yeah. I'm really excited to see this thing finally in color. I just finished a panel. Was it yesterday? I put the final touches on a panel of Lion, and I'm loving drawing this dude. It's I've gotten a lot of questions about his design. Like, why does he have one big arm? Why is he?
He's like
But
half.
here's the
and half.
deal. He is half and half. Here's the deal. A lot of fantasy creatures will have like anthropomorphic cats, and they all kind of look the same, right? It's just
Like furries.
basically,
Yeah.
you know, it's furries, it's tigers that walk around like humans, and they just have tiger heads.
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't just want to have the same thing. So he's supposed to be half lion, half man. So I made that quite literal. So I'm super, and he's so much fun to draw. So
He's cool.
yeah, I'm really, really excited. I can't wait to see these final colors turn out. I've got a rock star color in it right now. So super, super duper excited.
Can you say who's coloring it, or did you already say?
I can. I mean, no, I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
All right. Save it for the right.
What if it sucks and I have to go with somebody else? You know what I mean?
I have had a few times where I've hired a colorist to color any number of things, you know, something. It's like it looks good, but you know, and then those don't end up making it. I mean, not that many, a handful of times, a few times.
Yeah. So Battle Brick Road 2, if you guys haven't read Battle Brick Road 1, you should. You can actually pick up a copy of Battle Brick Road. No, ericweathers.net. Battlebrickroad.com will send you to sign up for Battle Brick Road 2. But if you go to ericweathers.net, you can buy a copy of Battle Brick Road, both in my cover or Kenneth Rocafort's cover. You can also pick up which I don't have it right here at hand, the sketchbook. It's behind the scenes book. It's you know, all the concept art and fan art and all that kind of stuff that went into the making of Battle Brick Road. So if you want to pick that up, there's that. And then my cover I have right here. We're working on a second book right now, Battle Brick Road 2, and it's more battleier and more brickerier and more tour.
And I know I'm biased, but I'm not just saying this. This is one of the greats. It really is. I think when I read a book, I've packed a lot of crowdfunded comic books. You read some and you put them aside. Some you never read. 'Cause, you know, it's like life just gets in the way. But the books that you have to read, and then books that you think about later, that's a few number of books. And this is one of those books. It really is. I think this is one of the best books that I've gotten crowdfunded.
Thank you.
Yeah, and obviously I really like Eric. I like the concept. You know, we've streamed together for a long time, but it really is great. And just hearing the feedback from people too, everyone likes it.
Yeah, it's been great getting the people's hearing the people's thoughts about Battle Brick Road. It's been great. I only wish I could be done. Like I want to have it done and just be able to stand on top of the world with it and say, look at this amazing thing we've created. So we can't do that without you guys backing. So make sure you sign up so we know when we go live. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this next campaign. And this next book in general is going to be a blast. I've got this cover that you just saw is drawn by me, colored by, we'll wait and see. I've got Kelsey Shannon doing a new cover for a reprint of the first book, and it looks fantastic. Got the whole crew on there. He's got the Watcher of the East on there. And then John Malin penciled and Ethan Van Sciver inked and probably Kyle Ritter colored cover as well. And more Pobico and more Scarecrow. Tons more Scarecrow. It's
the Tin Man for me. I've always liked I mean, they're all cool, but the Tin Man, I want him to be an awesome character.
He's so cool. Let me see. What can I show that? I don't mind showing this stuff off. Awesome. Let's see. Tin Man. Here he is sitting at the table. Oh,
that's cool.
There you go. There's a good one.
There he is.
One of my favorite panels.
hiding under the table.
Yep, he's scared. Wouldn't you be?
He's not the coward. He's the one that needs a heart, right?
We're not really doing it that way. We kind of are, but not. We're doing it not as. We're trying to the proper way to subvert expectations and not just make the character you love a senile old man who doesn't believe in the Force anymore.
Well, see, this too, it inherently is subverting expectations just from the premise that it's, hey, it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, but clearly it's, you know, it's like Call of Duty, you know, or like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cam's not wrong. I do just want the hardcover on my shelf. I do. And I don't want to open it or anything. It's perfect.
There you go. Never read it.
Yeah.
Why no one will give me a Milan RT
Bear piece. Ooh.
The Yellow Brick Battle Brick Road Omnibus, like 3 inches thick with bonus material included. That'd be rad.
Yeah. I totally want to do that. We're gonna get there, guys. We will, I promise. It's on the list.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I like that, the yellow brick. Yeah, I like it a lot.
That's good stuff. All right, let's check back in on this guy. I'm getting tired. I'm like looking at the clock too. I'm like, this is not a it's not like a stay up till midnight stream, but it is launch day. So I actually am gonna make a video though for tomorrow so I can go to work and know that I'm still making an appearance on YouTube. So that's the plan too.
Good plan.
But it'll be good. Yeah, having a video game would be pretty cool. Yeah, I caught up on that. All right. So Downcast Volume 4 Hunting Ground, what I am seeing both in the chat and based off of my just few glances at the back end here on the website, there are people also being introduced to the website and just picking up books. You know, I saw Brian Suddenly Old picked up Fatal and Dracula because of the ability to pay on Amazon. So this is cool. To me, this is the potential with your own website, is that if you have traffic there, people are just buying a bunch of books. You know, it just makes it easy. So I like that. It'd be still a lot of work to like get that going, but I actually had a ton of fun getting this website up to par. Yeah, it was actually kind of fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah, let me refresh this. I don't even know if anything happened. There we go. 61 backers now. Thanks for backing. Appreciate it. And I'm curious what that amounts to on the back end here. We're over $3,000. We are there are 5 people currently browsing the site.
You got all the little secrets.
Yeah, they're like on the site right now.
One of them might be me because I'm also doing it.
Yeah, I do not have the web. Oh no, I do. It's right here.
Yeah, it's right in front of you.
Open. Yeah, but
so there's 3 others.
2 people purchased within the last 10 minutes. 1 person is checking out.
Huh.
There are 3 active carts, and that could be. I don't know if it counts me with my shopping cart.
It might.
Let me get rid of whatever I have in the shopping cart. There we go. I'm afraid I'm going to click on something and it's going to show someone's address. Oh, were we at 62 before?
Nope, you got another one.
62. Hey, thank you. Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. So it's
38 to go. Then you can close the campaign down and be done with it. Does this go in demand? How's that work?
Yeah, but I think so it had some options on the back that said, do you want the campaign to close when it's finished, or do you want the campaign to keep accepting orders? It could also close if you reach your goal, it'll stop. Obviously no one wants that. So so it should just go indefinitely. If for some reason it stops it, all I have to do is turn off the plugin, and then this will just be item. You know, you can go buy it anyway. So I love that it's almost unlimited flexibility. The fact that over here too, I could add on the fly Carver to the list. That was pretty cool because I know on Indiegogo, if someone's back something, you can't go change anything. It's stuck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was, yeah, it's pretty nice. I like this a lot. So now I'm curious to like ask Bancroft how he chose to do things. I don't even know if we're using the exact same plugin or if he's using a different one than I'm using. There's a lot of plugin options.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to be on his stream tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Excellent.
Yeah. Tomorrow night going on with Bancroft, he's got American candy that in my opinion, we all take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Reese's Pieces. I mean, have you seen E.T.? That's the thing is I'm like, do they have E.T. in Australia? Were you ever
I
wondering?
named my firstborn Elliot, so
okay. Big fan, right?
big
Reese's
fan.
Pieces, Swedish Fish. That to me, that's, you know, just a candy you don't even think much about because it's just there. And then a relatively new one, which is the Sweet Tart Ropes, which has become a family favorite over here. All my kids love the Sweet Tart Ropes.
I haven't had that. I've had the Nerd Rope. I haven't had a Sweet Tart Rope.
They're addicting. They're really good.
You need to send me some free candy too.
I should, huh?
You should. And I'm gonna get Mike to do it. I'm gonna get Rob to do it. I'm gonna get some Tulsa candy from Vaughn.
There you go.
Some Rhode Island candy from Shant.
You got to fill up a long box with just candy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
From everywhere. Yeah.
Yep. And I'll put it on my shelf and never open it.
Yeah. In Kansas over there, there's that candy shop. Because when I went over the one time to go visit, we went to that. What was it called?
Was it Rocket Fizz?
No.
Or was it the Ferris wheel?
No. It was
you went to the Nifty Nut House.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun candy store. It had a lot of different kind of stuff in it. Stuff I've never seen before.
I haven't actually been there, but my grandparents always went. And so we always got stuff for Christmas from there. But I've not been in the store myself. But we went into this place, this like high-end dessert. Is like they make desserts and they have a coffee bar and like a bar. And they make these cordials that are whiskey. I like bourbon. And I saw bourbon, a whiskey cordial, and I thought, oh, okay, like whiskey flavored. And I just wanted one, and I asked the barista. I don't know. There's coffee and there's I don't know what. And I said, hey, I want one of those. She goes, you know what that is? I said, no, I don't. And she said, well, it's got a quarter shot of whiskey in it. And I thought, okay, good. And I'm thinking it's like mixed into some nougat or something. So I went to take a bite out of it in liquid whiskey.
It's literally a quarter shot.
It's actually a quarter shot of whiskey in this little chocolate. It was wonderful.
Wow. Yeah, the candy out. I definitely have a sweet tooth too. I've been trying.
Your name is Sweetcast, so.
No. I was talking to a guy. I work in a small business center. Everybody has a business, and I've been learning a ton. But we were talking about branding with some guy, and he's like, what does candy have to do with comics? Like, he was just really curious about understanding it. I'm like, you have no idea. I just whipped it out like, oh, I need a name for my YouTube channel. So absolutely no thought into it whatsoever, but here we are. Is there a way to show your fundraising total? There is. I posted a video and I had some negative numbers, and I found out that was because I was trying to limit the number of some items, like books that are already in print. Some books that are already in print, it's like, this Eric Weathers cover for Downcast 3. I don't have infinite numbers of them. It's already gone to print. So, I tried to limit it, and I guess that was what the problem was. Is that there were certain items that have less. So it was showing a negative, like I was negative $3,000. And that would not look good on a launch day. So
no.
So yeah, that's where we're at. Swedish Fish is Swedish, right? That's my assumption. I don't know.
I assume they just get them fresh out of the local rivers and lakes in Sweden.
Yeah, that's how they come. Get some chicken salt from Bancroft or Rob. That sounds disgusting.
I'm guessing it's like a seasoning.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it's good. I was thinking candy called chicken salt. Ugh. Snuggy Jr., thanks for the $5 super chat. Congrats on the launch. Kick Eric Weathers. Thanks for the
Don't do it.
$5. Appreciate that. I can't
I'm
really eat
loved here.
candy anymore, so I asked for dried meats. You can go in there. The cards didn't auto load in my $70 cart, but that's okay because I'm not sure about the shirt and I shouldn't back for 2 weeks. I'm so tempted. I do that a lot too, where I put stuff in my cart. So here's the thing. Let me show you this just so you know. If I add this to my cart, it goes in my cart, and then you get this little gift box at the bottom here. If you click on that gift box, it'll tell you what you have coming your way. And so, yeah, as long as you have over, this is $60 for the trading cards. And then I would go here to checkout, but it should go in your cart. I would just make sure to click on that little present at the bottom. I'm still learning too. There might be a better way for me to do it on my end, but that should get you the trading card pack in there, and it'll be free. The price will be zeroed out. I can't really eat candy anymore. Oh yeah, we talked about that. The Downcast 3 Weldon cover was so sweet. Yeah, he nailed it. Kick Snuggy Jr. Kick Stugel. We got war going on. Let me show you this too, real quick.
Is it your MP5 Airsoft?
I sold that, actually.
Oh no! I would have taken it. I mean, I would have bought it. I mean,
it was cool, but I never used it.
Yeah, my son has I think a Glock 19 Airsoft that's gas powered. It doesn't have blowback, but I use it for reference quite often. So it's come in quite handy.
They're just so realistic. I mean, depending on the model and stuff, but mine was incredibly realistic. This is the current Matt Weldon cover. Let me
look at that.
Hold on here. Let me do the little solo layout here. And yeah, there it is. There's a reflection, which is awful, but I'm always amazed every time I see these in person because the attention to detail, like on all those little scales, all the little lines, and the way that Matt does it, he does the pencils on a different paper, and they're pretty darn loose. And then he light boxes the inks, so you don't even have any. It's just so clean. Like there's no pencil marks or anything like that. It's very clean inks. He always does a great job, but yeah, this one turned out to be just amazing. I love it.
He's a wonderful, creative human being. I actually I took it down. I think it was Matt Fowler, and I apologize if I got that wrong. I think it was Matt. It was either Matt Fowler or Eddie Winkler. And I want to say Fowler. I had those. I have them right here. Those postcards from my Flying Fortress campaign, and Matt did that. Matt Weldon did that one, which is kind of funny that it turned out to be like I named all of these. None of them had names except for, well, I say none of them. That was Kyung Lee's, and then where is it? Somebody else had one. Oh, that was Elliot Fernandez, but. I named the rest of them. So Rawhide Rosie and Lethal Lilith. That was Malin's Lilith, whatnot. But Weldon drew this, and I was like, it kind of looks like Dorothy. Like it could be Dorothy Gale. So I named it Darling Dorothy. So it kind of like was this weird bridge between Flying Fortress and Battle Brick Road in a way. Right. But I think it was Matt Fowler. Apologies if I get that wrong. But he had the pencil sketch that was eventually boxed over. I think maybe he did this digitally, but I have it. It's over there on a shelf right now. I swapped it out I had an original piece of artwork from another artist. It's going to be a pinup in Battle Brick Road, but I gave that original piece to Zeb because it felt like he needed that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a nice keepsake. There's
Mhm.
few. I actually have the penciled under drawing from the Downcast 1 cover. And so it's not super complete. I mean, it's very loose, but it's the pencils from that first Matt Weldon cover. And it was Matthew Fowler that sent it to me. It was crazy because I didn't even know it existed. And I don't really remember the circumstances. He just sent it to me and said, don't sell this one. Because I always sell the original cover if people pay $1,000 for it. And yeah, I mean, I still have it, so
Excellent.
It's pretty cool.
I've seen one piece of Weldon artwork in real life, in person, and it's a sight to behold. And he uses like ballpoint pens. He uses not traditional art stuff. It's just like whatever's lying around.
Yeah, it's usually those Bic. I don't know what you call them. It's just a ballpoint pen, but it's this specific Bic one that is. It's a pretty cheap pen, but yeah, it's weird when you see them in person and you can see the little, just all the pen work and everything. It's crazy. Watch your language in Sweetie's chat, Snuggie.
That's right, Snuggie. We run a tight ship around here.
Yeah, that's cool. I love. I just comics are fun.
I agree.
They are.
I want to get another Matt Weldon piece.
Yeah.
Well, I need to get another for Battle Brick Road. 2, 3.
Okay. I was gonna say if you're looking for one, there's one right here. Just saying.
I see that. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
This is my problem. I would rather I like this. I like streaming and hanging out. It's making it into a entertaining show that is not easy.
It's why you brought me here, because without me, you would have been.
I know. Yeah.
It was cool it was definitely cool to see Nacho. If you guys haven't, if you're just joining us, you got to scroll back because Nacho was here.
Yeah.
Not Nacho Libre. I was a little disappointed. I saw it. I was like, oh, it's Nacho Lazaro.
The other.
I mean, it's still cool. Yeah. It's still cool, but
he's like, I've been working on my English. I've improved a lot since last time. It'll be good practice for me. It's like, okay, cool. So he was just nervous about speaking English on chat, but it's crazy.
Great.
He did a great job, and we communicate all the time. We're sending messages and stuff, but yeah, it's
flowers
it's just wild. Yeah,
candy. Yeah,
naturally. Yeah,
refresh.
Swedish fish. Oh, refresh. Here we go. Well, bam, we got 63. Thank you so much, everybody. Beautiful stuff. This is what it's all about, honestly. And I'll be completely honest. I kind of knew this campaign was going to be a grind, like no other campaign has been before. Crowdfunding's in a different place. I am in a different place. But the one thing I can tell you is that this book is awesome. I'm really, really, really excited about this book. I just had a lot of fun with it. So I'm gonna fight in tooth and nail to get this thing out, and
we'll make it happen.
Funded, and yeah, it'll be good. I'm just looking forward to it. It's great. Well, look who just rolled in. Oh, this is not Rob.
It's not Rob.
At first I was like, that's Rob. Wait a second, that face looks a little different. And then well, welcome, not Rob. We appreciate Rob Panic Speaker. Yikes. Oh man. Another Shanth piece of original art. Ooh, his original art is just amazing.
I need to get Shanth on I need to put him to work.
Yeah. It's a family show.
You've got a Downcast one. He did a Heidi with the Monster MD.
It's true.
He's done Rob sphincter.
He's got to do a Battle Brick Road one.
He does, yeah.
Right now is Battle Brick Road the one comic? I know you talked about at least one other idea that I know of, but are you developing anything else? Or are you like, no, focused Battle Brick Road?
I really want to get it done because there's other things I want to do. So right now, that's my focus. The creative mind does what it does, and I can write things here and there, even if it's just notes. Sometimes it's more than just notes. There's always something going on, and I'm actually probably busier now than I used to be, because now I think everybody knows, but I'm a full-time team member with Rippaverse. I work there. I'm not like an employee, but I am on call, like what do you call that? Contractor. I'm a full-time contractor. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So like I'm still like
you're like on retainer, I think.
Essentially, yeah. And I do a lot more than just lettering. I've done a lot of design stuff. We're going through the pre-press right now for the ISOM 2. And so I've seen all the covers. But I'm also like still open to do freelance. So I've done some artwork freelance. I'm doing more artwork freelance, doing more lettering. So it's been insane. So the free time I have goes into Battle Brick Road. It's like I don't have all the ideas pop up, right?
Yeah.
For the sci-fi thing and the other stuff I've talked about. So it's just it's a crazy life.
Yeah. There's I have too many ideas that I want to do. And clearly, like, I don't know, I have to remind myself that being able to make one comic book really is a major win, you know? And so I don't know, just keep plugging. But I do have a novel I want to do. Those take so much time, but I would much rather spend time writing than streaming. I'm sure that's what everybody would rather do.
Yeah.
You know, but like you gotta have a balance. But yeah, man, a novel, it takes a solid year of work. I have like wrote 2 novels. My second novel is my fastest one, and it literally took a year. It took 12 months and like a week. And that was every single day, or probably I would say 4 to 5 days a week of solid, hours every day writing. So I think now that would take me forever. I don't know. I'm hoping I'd be faster at it because I'm better at plotting and, all that kind of stuff. But
I thought I'd get faster at drawing. Turns out
it just didn't happen. Yeah.
Just didn't. No, it's really frustrating, actually.
It's hard. Making comics is hard. Drawing especially. I deeply respect how well you do it.
Thank you.
Brian Suddenly Old says looking forward to the Bancroft bump when that happens. Yeah, I could definitely use a Bancroft bump. That would be nice.
Need to get a Weathers wave.
Weathers wave. That would also be nice. I think I'm honestly excited about him trying all that candy. I'm just curious. Could you imagine tasting Reese's Pieces for the first time? It's weird to even think about.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to try it again for the first time.
You'll have to lose your memory or something.
Yeah.
Snuggy Jenner says,
I don't want to do that.
Clint will be on Comic Talk Live on Saturday at 10 p.m. Yes. I was going to stream with the Fourth Age tomorrow morning, and he messaged me and said, I realized it's Good Friday, so sorry. So I'll do that with him sometime. I don't know when.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the Bancroft stream. I'll have to watch the replay. We've got a Tenebrae service that we do.
Oh,
so
yeah. Don't miss that for sure. I'll just let Von Stool speak for himself. There we go. Austin, the crack pack backs.
Crack back backs, bow.
There we go. I had to unblock the JavaScript from tabarn.com. Now the card thing's working. Oh, it was like cookies or something.
Yeah.
was preventing it from working. That's funny. Wild Savage. Or
Savage
Savage
Wilds.
Wilds 2035.
Let's get to it before then. All this.
Yeah. Spoken like an introvert. It just cracks me up. RJ is a good guy. Yeah. I am excited to stream with him. It'll be good. Snuggy Jr. I've got more. Honestly, my brain is so fried. That's why I'm
You
struggling.
you can end the stream whenever you want.
I know. I'm just kind of going with it, hanging out, and then I'm like, I'm just not doing a good job of this stream, but it's okay. Yeah, I'll probably end it off. Eric, thank you so much for coming on the stream and hanging out and chatting, and obviously doing amazing artwork in this book. Amazing cover, killer job. But yeah, man, it's always good. I mean, you're one of the people in comics that I just all around think you're just a good dude. Because I remember last year I was doing Dracula and you streamed with me basically the whole day. You know, you didn't get anything out of it, but it was really cool. So I do.
No, that's not
appreciate
true. I think I got like a $2 super chat from Sean. So it was, I got paid for my time. You don't need.
There you go. Well, I appreciate it. And
Of course.
yeah, it's fun. So I'm excited about this book, man. Your story I think is so cool in it. People are really gonna like it.
As long as you don't muck up the dialogue.
No, yeah. I think I have that one's at a pretty good place too. I think the lettering is I mean like the dialogue, if I remember. I gotta go back to it again, obviously, but yeah.
Instilling a lot of confidence here for sure with that answer.
Well, you know, like I like look at it right before it and then I'm like, why did I use that phrase twice. Like I'll pick like a random phrase I've never used, but for some reason it's in my mind for this particular issue, and so I use it twice. That, you know, stuff like that will happen.
It happened. I've had Vaughn do that too.
Yeah. It's pretty typical. It's weird though. Hey, you don't remember that you used it.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for backing. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna make a video too. I'm gonna look so refreshed in that video.
I'm really excited about how this is gonna turn out tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what the video is gonna be about, but it's coming. So cool. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you in the next video and on Bancroft stream tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.